You talk to your buddies. Oh, you know what I read today? Well, you didn't read it today because you only read the headline, and they're so misleading. And we are waging war on Sam Roberts Show against misleading headlines. Because I read this headline, and just bear with me here. This is actually, you got to stay with me here. This is going to get our TSL way up. Because I got to tell you what's under the headline, because you're going to get excited too. Okay? The headline reads, and wait till you hear this, Troy. The headline reads, Chick-fil-A coming to Costco, Sam's Club, and BJ's. And I go, this is a game changer. I can't wait. I start texting my wife, get the card ready. As soon as I get home, we're going to Costco. This is going to be great. And then I start reading the article.
I know what it's going to be.
Oh, I know what it is, too.
You already do, huh?
I didn't read it, but I'm just taking a guess.
You know. And it's because I told you, brace yourself for sheer and utter disappointment. I go, what does this mean? Are they going to put a Chick-fil-A inside the Costco? Are they going to sell the nuggets frozen? Maybe even if they had Chick-fil-A sandwiches frozen like the way they do like White Castles in the supermarket, game changer. All these would be game changers.
I'd be excited about that.
Yeah, of course. What's not to be excited about?
Let me guess. Can I guess?
No, because you'll guess it. You'll guess it because you can hear it in my voice. You'll guess it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea where you're going with this.
I bet I know.
You know what they said?
Souse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the South.
Yeah.
I mean, they have that at Walmart.
I know.
It's been there for years.
Except that now it's a 2-pack because it's Costco.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm cool with
and that's fine, but we don't need to put an article out about it. We already had the sauce was already available. You need more than the sauce. You need the brine. You need what it's got. It's like they marinate the chicken in like pickle juice or something. Like it's all these special secret ingredients that makes the Chick-fil-A sandwich and the nuggets and the tenders and everything. All of it is so good. Plus the polite service. All of it combined makes for just this amazing dining experience. And for a second, you read the headline. I'm just on Facebook scrolling. And it says, good news, Chick-fil-A's coming to Costco. I go, I love Costco already because the double chunk chocolate cookie. All the booms. But no, it's not really doing that. It's just the sauces. You can get a 2-pack of the sauce, it says. And I mean, this is such a great example of everything that goes on. When they go, nobody's not clicking that. Everybody is clicking a thing that says you can get Chick-fil-A out of Costco. Because everybody wants to get Chick-fil-A out of Costco. Odds are, if you have any affinity for Costco, you have somewhat of an affinity for Chick-fil-A as well. And combining those two forces, it's one of those ideas that I didn't even know I wanted. I never would have even considered it. But now I can't get it out of my head.
These are all misleading headlines.
And then it says, look at all of them. And then but I should have known. Look at the websites they're on. Alt recipes. Does that say alt?
All.
Oh, I thought it was like a MAGA recipe site. All recipes.
No, they give you the truth.
They do. Yeah. They do. Yeah.
Not some fucking lib recipe site.
Misleading, right? Right? The lamestream media version of Chick-fil-A at Costco. Yeah, all of them. For the first time ever, Chick-fil-A heading to Costco and Sam's Club soon. Chick-fil-A is coming to warehouse shopping clubs for the first time. I'm losing every headline I read. I'm losing my mind more and more and more. And then you click them because nobody, not one person on this planet would click a headline that says you could buy a 2-pack of Chick-fil-A sauce at Costco. That's not even an article. You would never click that headline. You go, why waste the bandwidth on this? But they make you click that thing, and they don't mention the sauce until 2 paragraphs in.
Of course.
Right? The first paragraph is, Chick-fil-A is a restaurant. It has chicken sandwiches. And you're like, yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
Closed on Sundays.
And then, right, at second paragraph, it's closed on Sundays. And who among us hasn't pulled up to a drive-thru on a Sunday and been disappointed? I go, that has happened to me. Yes. Let me there's an ad there. Okay, let me look at that's an interesting advertisement. What's right under the advertisement? Well, now you can get the sauce at Costco.
Scroll for more.
Great. Sauce at Costco. Great. You tricked me. I hope you're happy. I looked at the advertisement. I hope you're happy you tricked me into reading the advertisement. See? Chick-fil-A launches exclusive sauce at club retailers. Sauce.
Why is it exclusive?
It's 2-pack.
Is that why it's exclusive?
I don't know. I got really upset. And by the way, I think the exclusivity is that it's a 2-pack Because if the exclusivity is the type of sauce, then guess what? It's not a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it is just a juice.
It's just 2-pack. It's exclusive. That's the other thing. They keep misleading you, right? Like the sub headline is where they kind of tell the truth, but they keep misleading you because of what you just said, Travis. You go, ooh, exclusive, right?
I guess I'll just keep reading.
I'll keep reading. Oh, there's another advertisement. Yes, I was just thinking of a Chevrolet. That's interesting. Anyway, back to this article.
These are 24 ounces, though, and the Walmart ones are 16.
Well, isn't that just because there's two?
No, it's 220 because it's 48
no.
ounces. That's a good question, Daniel. It's 48 ounces of Chick-fil-A sauce.
Which you know you're going to use.
But I mean, 16 plus 16 is somewhere around 48.
Yeah, but this is going to be like $8 as opposed to like 30 at Walmart. Costco's super cheap, dude. You got to go there.
I don't need the Chick-fil-A sauce. I want it on a Chick-fil-A.
I don't use Chick-fil-A sauce for other things.
No.
What are you?
He doesn't use it on the fries either, right?
I don't get Chick-fil-A sauce.
No, you're not just gonna
I'm
get.
not gonna buy it.
No, because you feel like a fool.
I don't feel like a fool. I feel great.
You should feel like.
I'll eat it when I go to Chick-fil-A.
Sure, I'm not saying to never eat it, but I am saying like
When I air fry some Costco nugs and I dip it in Chick-fil-A sauce.
I get it. I'm not mad about it.
But if you went to his house and there's
Come to my
Chick-fil-A
house.
sauce out,
I'll come over.
But if it's Chick-fil-A sauce out and then it's the Teft specialty of air fryer no name
Bro, Costco
nuggets.
chicken nuggets are awesome.
Are they?
Yeah.
I've never had.
Not like Chick-fil-A.
No, but I don't live in a Chick-fil-A.
That's the problem. I'm saying like
Yeah.
I'm not using Raising Cane sauce
Oh, I would.
on a different thing.
You wouldn't just put some Raisin Cane
No.
sauce on chicken.
No,
You're an
'cause
idiot.
It's meant to combine.
Special occasions.
It's meant. No, it's not a special occasion. It's just meant the flavor palettes are meant to combine in a certain way.
Chicken.
It's chicken.
No, it's not.
Unseasoned chicken.
You know it's not because you don't use it on other stuff.
But because there's other sauces I would get.
Right.
I would get I wouldn't get the Chick-fil-A sauce, but if I went over to Travis's house, he's like, "Oh, I made some nuggies, and here's some Chick-fil-A sauce." I wouldn't be like, "You fucking asshole!"
I didn't say you should burn his house down. I mean, by the way,
You're
by the
acting
way,
like it's an insane thing.
No, I'm not. Politely declining would have been fine. No, thank you.
You would decline.
I'm hungry. I would eat it.
I wouldn't dip.
If I had a bowl of fresh air fried Costco chicken nugs.
You throw that word "fresh" around very liberally.
I mean, they are fresh. They just came out of the air fryer. And next to it is personal servings of Chick-fil-A sauce. You're gonna be.
Oh,
like,
I didn't realize they were personal. You
Well,
mean
yeah,
there's
I'm not
a
gonna make
separate-
you all dunked
I thought it
together.
was one big bowl.
No.
I thought you were squeezing out all 48 ounces into one bowl.
We're not animals. You're gonna be like, no thanks, I'm good. I'll just have the chicken. I only like my Chick-fil-A sauce with Chick-fil-A.
Here's what I'd probably say, honestly.
Yeah,
You got ranch?
I do have ranch.
All right. I'll probably use the ranch on this one.
I'd be like, all right.
I mean, see how it wouldn't be hostile? I
Go
wouldn't
get
be
it.
like, what are you, an idiot? Let's burn down the house. I go I just like some ranch, please.
I'd really prefer you not to burn down my house.
Well, I wasn't going to. You're the one who took it there. I don't know why you got so upset.
Troy said,
No, I just said I wouldn't do that.
I mean, both of you went nuts, and I was like, I would just prefer ranch.
yeah, because you're acting like you can only
I'm-
have Chick-fil-A sauce with Chick-fil-A
Yeah,
chicken.
you're a Chick-fil-A
What if
purist.
it was Chick-fil-A Ranch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
what if it was
that's
Chick-fil-A
interesting.
Ranch?
Because they have that.
I know.
You
Oh,
know?
I know. No, I'll use it. That's a good point.
Like
See?
now they're selling it. It says the new thing is that there's 3 brand new bottled sauce editions.
Nice.
Okay.
So that's a part of this whole. It doesn't say, but it says one of them.
That's a part of the
May or
rollout?
may not be. Yeah. It says not to spoil the surprise, but the fan favorite honey mustard sauce may or may not be in the mix.
May or may not.
Yes.
And you had to scroll through about 15 ads before you got that
Yep.
information. But you got the information.
Yep.
Scott in Worcester.
Yeah, Sam. Holy S! Are you blind?
Oh, yes.
There's a Chick-fil-A right across from Costco in Yonkers.
No, I know. No. I'm not saying there's a lack of Chick-fil-A's. I'm saying the idea of going into a Costco. You know, there's something about.
It's across the street. It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same
Have
thing.
you been blinded by the red light of a competitor chicken place?
Look, you know that there's something about once you get into the Costco, they do such a good job of. They're like when a website, like when Facebook really figured out how to just make it so like, oh my God, I've been scrolling for hours. I can't leave this page. Like they were the first to really do that. When you go into a Costco and you realize like I could happily be here for the next 8 hours.
It's like when they don't
It's
put
paradise.
windows in casinos, so
Right.
you just like don't realize what time it is.
Right.
Same thing with Costco.
Same exact thing with Costco. When
live
you
there.
when you look at that, because you know You pass. There's no way anybody who's like walks by the Costco station where they have pizza and hot dogs and fountain drinks and they all stay the same price and they go, "Oh, I'm not hungry now. I'm gonna leave Costco and go someplace else for lunch." I just don't relate to it. I don't understand that.
I would look down on you.
If you left the Costco,
If we're checking out of Costco, we hit the food court, and you're like, "You guys want to grab some lunch somewhere?"
right? Like, what are
But
you
you have
talking?
all your cold food in your car still.
Sorry.
Like, yeah, you got to do it when
No,
you're
that's
at
why you get
Costco.
cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, 100%. Because and you have enough cold food in your car to last you the winter, and that's all gonna spoil. Yeah, no, I don't. I would never understand somebody's like, "Oh yeah," and then after Costco, we're gonna go grab lunch. Like what? What? No, we're not. I'm gonna grab 3 slices for $2, and
And a soda for $0.25.
and it's free refills. It's gonna be great.
And it's going to be Coke soon.
I can't wait for that.
They already started the rollout.
I know. I can't wait until it's everywhere. You bring your kids. The whole family eats for $8, and they have a hearty lunch. It's great.
Yeah.
But
Costco's the best.
look, there's been a lot of disturbing food trends lately. We're very worried about the staff of the show here.
We are?
Yeah, well, you and Troy particularly, because I've been informed that they have recalled, what is it, 30,000 pounds of...
Like 15 tons?
But yeah, 30,000 pounds of meat sticks.
Oh.
They said 30,000 pounds of meat sticks
Chomps.
have been recalled, and I said no. And then they specifically said all chomps, and I had never heard of chomps until they started having them here. And I mean, it got weird how much the people, and I won't mention any names, how much the people on this show take advantage of the free chomps that they offer in this building. Like, there have been times, and I won't mention any names, where certain people who work on this program have walked away from the snack area with almost a baker's dozen. I'm talking 8 to 10 chomps is what they walk away with. And then they look at me and say, well, it's complimentary. You can take as many as you want.
Are there signs
No.
saying, like, please take 2?
No. But then I go like, oh, okay, maybe this person is taking for the week, right? Because they take like 8 to 10 of these things. I go, this is crazy. They go back the next day, they take another 8 to 10. And I'm like, oh no. Then I see this story come out. Nearly 30,000 pounds of ready-to-eat Chomps beef sticks recalled over potential metal in the meat. There's metal potentially
maybe.
in the meat. It's a maybe, and it's a risk some are willing to take, I've heard.
Like, oh, maybe this causes cancer. Okay.
I mean,
What doesn't?
Yeah.
they didn't say, no, they say there's literally metal
There's
in
metal in the meat. There's plastic in the food. There's plastic in our balls. We're a mess.
I mean, it says this, but it seems avoidable. Like, it says these meat sticks might have metal in
They
it.
received 2 complaints.
They're complimentary.
Yeah, also, yeah, they're complimentary. And I need my fixins of metal.
I'm not gonna mention any names, but they said they recalled beef sticks and turkey sticks.
Don't know what those are.
And the turkey sticks.
They're gross.
Okay.
Have you had them?
Yeah, because they have chomps at Trader Joe's. That's where I first discovered them.
Wow. Yeah, because these are like the healthy alternatives to like other
Slim Jims?
like
Slim
meat
Jims
sticks.
and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's questionable if Slim Jims is even meat.
I don't think it is.
I think so.
It's like scraps.
Because of the snap.
No. That's the meaty snap.
Yeah. I also, I don't even think this is really meat. Anyway, I'll take half a dozen chomps, please. There's metal in this, right? Okay, thank you.
I mean, the food's going to poison us to death anyway. So it's just what's one other thing.
Not if you get the fries that RFK got.
That's true.
They're fried in beef or whatever. But yeah, they said, and then I'm reading this article and I go, oh, how can you avoid this? And it says, because it says technically most of these chomps were sent to California and Illinois.
Okay.
And I said, okay, that should be fine. But then it says, if you've eaten any chomps at all since January.
Oh, shit.
Because they said these went out in January. And I was like, I've seen a lot of chomps get housed since housed
I've consumed a lot.
since January.
Sam's not going to mention names.
I won't mention any names.
Oh, yeah.
It says check the order number. on the wrapper.
What?
Who the fuck's checking the order number on the wrapper?
How? Well, everybody's saving. Were you supposed to say these like Pepsi points? Are you getting Chomps points? Everybody's saving their wrappers. No, they say you gotta check the order numbers on them, and it's like those have been in the garbage. I mean, they're in a landfill somewhere in Staten Island. Not mentioning any names. Like,
Yeah, these aren't Marlboro Miles.
no. How do you go back and check the order number on the Chomps you already ate?
They're just saying that to cover their ass.
Right. Like, don't worry. There's a way to check. No, there isn't. All those wrappers were thrown out mainly because the metal meat sticks were consumed.
Yeah, and anyone could have eaten them in Staten Island.
I'm not mentioning names because this isn't about throwing people under the bus.
2 complaints. I mean, how many people complained about Janet Jackson?
Well, no. They didn't do it based on the complaints. They did it, I think, based on the fact that the complaints they said were accurate. They were like,
So far, no one has been sickened.
Okay. So
Listen.
there's little metal shards. Like, who cares?
little metal shards is what you're getting as a result of the Chomps. You can get diverticulitis.
Big deal.
I mean, everything is poisoned. Everything.
Everything?
I mean, look what's in the ingredients in Chick-fil-A.
No, I think
No, come on.
really?
No.
You ever eat a Hershey Kiss and a teensy bit of the wrapper is still on it? Big deal.
Yeah, whatever. Cares.
It's stuck to the chocolate. Who
Gives
cares?
a shit.
Yeah.
No,
You're
I've
alive.
fully removed the wrapper before I'm not in such a rush. Oh,
I gotta eat it now.
I got it. It's so sweet.
I'm so hungry.
Sometimes they get stuck.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And you're like, look, I've got 2 choices here. I can either keep at this or I can enjoy this right now.
Or I get chocolate under my nail, or I just enjoy it now.
Right. I can get chocolate under my nail or I could jam some tinfoil in my filling. I'm going to go with the tinfoil.
Deal.
Big effing deal.
God.
Yeah.
Not here for a long time.
That's right.
I'm here for a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you've consumed enough Chomps to build a robot.
You're not mentioning names.
One has. I'm saying one has consumed. Like I'm actually talking
like-
to the
like-
audience.
Right.
One has consumed enough Chomps.
The royal you.
Right.
Right.
To build an entire robot. I'm saying one has.
Also, I'm pretty sure these are full-size chomps, and we only get the complimentary snack-size chomps here.
You think they're made differently? Like they wouldn't be made in the same.
Well, yeah.
Like it wouldn't just like they'd make them and cut them.
No, they got one vat for the regular size
Gotcha.
ones, and then they got one vat for the fun size ones.
And they put the nuts and bolts and stuff like that in the full size, not the fun size.
Yeah, it was probably just an accident.
Because they go like this. Should we put the nuts and bolts and the screws and stuff? Should we put that in the fun size? And the guy goes, what's fun about that? Of course not.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Also, they're complimentary.
And
there's
that
no
can't
sign
be-
saying how many you're allowed to take.
But not to say who's doing it.
Not to say who's doing it.
Right. No, I get that. Let's take a look at the news story. Because they're covering this, and it's big enough that it's being covered all over the place.
A brand of ready-to-eat beef sticks has issued a recall after 2 customers found pieces of metal in the product.
Hit pause
the
for 1
recall
sec.
affects nearly
I understand, 2 complaints, but if the metal's big enough that you're actually finding the pieces, like when you say there's plastic in our balls, it's more like microscopic, plastic chemicals.
Right.
I mean, they're saying I took a bite of a chomp and I found a piece of metal.
Yeah,
what's
it's insane.
yeah.
There's probably so many people with little particles that just swallow it and don't even know.
Right.
And
But
they're all alive.
No.
I mean, they find shit in
Some are
food all
dead.
the time.
Yeah.
They got to lean into this and just tell people that Chomps are fucking metal.
Yeah.
yeah, get Jose to do the commercials
Yeah.
and stuff for it. Yeah.
Hatebreed should sponsor them.
That's right. That's right. Is your meat stick metal? Yeah.
No big deal.
They could sell them at the Ozfest.
Yeah. I mean, you're dating yourself?
No, I think they still do that.
Okay. Whoops. Sorry.
A brand of ready-to-eat beef sticks has issued a recall after 2 customers found pieces of metal in the product. The recall affects nearly 30,000 Chomps beef sticks that were shipped to stores in California and Illinois, as well as the company's turkey sticks. The sticks were packaged between January 16th and January 23rd. The company advises people who may have the sticks to either throw them out or return them for a refund.
Oh, see?
I'd like to return these.
Plus, I didn't see any mention of the jalapeno flavors, and we also get jalapeno here.
I mean, also or only?
Also.
So you're saying not every single chomp was a risky chomp?
Yeah.
I see. Some of the chomps are totally fine.
Live
These
a
are,
little.
don't worry, these are jalapeno. The only thing in here is spice.
Yeah, it's just the beef ones.
Yeah.
Right. Which you eat.
In
Or
California,
one,
and
I'm
Illinois.
not saying any names.
I don't. It doesn't. I could find a piece of metal and I'd pull it out and keep eating.
Keep going. They're that good.
I just don't care. I mean, it's like like if you go to McDonald's, it's literally garbage. It's literally like yoga mats in the chicken nuggets. So if you're worried about a little piece of metal,
I'd rather eat a yoga mat than metal.
If I found a piece of metal in a chomp, I'd pull it out and be like, "That's weird," and then I'd keep eating the chomp.
And then you found another one. Also weird. Anyway.
All right, 2 for 2.
No, I think the yoga mats they said were in the Subway bread.
Yeah, they were made completely of yoga mats.
No,
They find,
there's something weird with the McDonald's chicken nuggets, though.
wasn't it
Yeah,
the
they're
tuna
so-
at Subway that they found to have no actual tuna in
Yes.
it?
They said they claimed, which I don't believe.
No, you think that's real fish?
I don't believe. I think it's fish. I think it's the chicken of the sea.
It's all chemicals and garbage.
No, because everybody knows the best part of the chicken is the pink goo. That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of the chicken. It goes pink goo and then breast and then wing for me.
Sam really gets on his high horse when it's something he doesn't eat.
Right.
I'm not on a high horse.
Why you're like,
You're
some
so
people
weird.
around here eat chomps.
Yeah, I go. There's a food that you eat a lot of that was recalled.
Who just in general, the
You,
listener?
the general sort of you, the one. I'm not judging it. I'm saying, look, they're recalling this because there was metal in it. We should probably discuss. And there are certain people getting offended. Again, you think I'm gonna burn down your house because I won't eat your sauce, and you think I'm on a high horse
I
because I'm
think it's
telling
weird
you.
for you to like Chick-fil-A sauce and then refuse it if you're anywhere.
You said I was
but
going to burn down your
Chick-fil-A.
house, and you started throwing around insults. You're just you're taking everything to the extreme today.
I got a little hot. I'm sorry.
And now you're saying I'm on a high horse because I read a thing that said that there's metal in the chomps, and people I know eat the chomps every single day.
Not every single day.
No. I'm not saying who.
Okay, good.
Every single work day.
Every single. Okay. That's. However, I have noticed.
Okay. All right.
I personally noticed that since this story came out, there haven't been any chomps downstairs.
They were recalled.
And if they are hiding somewhere, we should
I
probably
looked. Trust me.
Okay.
They got metal in them.
Here, I'm fine.
Yeah.
866-969-1969.
I'll
Do you
check
know what to
back.
check for?
Yeah, they just said they were packaged between January 16th and 23rd.
So you're good to go.
Yeah.
Technically, they say that they expire February 10th.
2026.
Oof. By the way, that's always a good sign.
Meat stays good.
I know.
It's preservatives.
Yeah.
Plus the
What do you
whole.
think? It should expire in a week?
No. I'm just saying a year and a half is. I mean, again, you're going to the
year.
extreme.
It's 1 year.
It's packaged and there's
It's
salt.
14 months almost.
Salt helps keep it preserved.
And those
You think it's
expiration dates
natural
don't mean
salt
anything.
that keeps it preserved for
I don't know.
a year and change?
I think it's probably natural ingredients that make it. Yeah. Absolutely.
And chomps aren't consistent, so it leads me to believe that it's natural, more natural.
Yeah, sometimes they taste
like the
different.
flavor doesn't taste. the
There's a
same
metally
every
taste
single-
sometimes, and then sometimes there's not.
It's almost like a rust to it.
Like, is that a penny?
Danielle, is this how you figure out your food? You go like, well, the taste is inconsistent, so I'm going to go ahead and guess all natural.
Yeah.
But Troy's right. I mean,
Oh, okay.
when things taste different, that's a good sign that it's being made naturally.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize I was
You
dealing
taste
with.
a Slim Jim. It's the same wherever you get it.
It's
whenever
been the
you get it.
same for 40 years.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was dealing with scientists.
I got a Doritos flavored Slim Jim. I was like, I taste. I'm like, there is nothing natural about this.
Well, no, I don't think Doritos.
Was it in
are
the health?
are
Was it
natural.
misleading? Was it in the health food
That was just
section?
in my corner bodega. I was like, oh, that's interesting. A Dorito flavored.
Dorito flavored Slim Jim.
I like that you're buying Slim Jims in 2025.
Slim Jims rule.
You know what it gets me is the collaborations. Like when they do like different brands will collaborate. I'm like, oh, I have to try that.
You love a collab.
I do. Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Two great tastes brought together.
Yeah, I want to see what does that taste like.
I like that idea.
Slim Jims and Doritos.
One, please.
Matt in Boston.
Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, I got one with a piece of metal in it.
You did?
Yeah, but that's not really important. My friend is a UFC fighter, and I drive a 2018 Toyota Tacoma, and I'm doing really well.
All right. Well, I'm glad that outside of finding metal in the chomp, like you're doing very, very well.
What a little about me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really good.
Setting the record straight.
That's right. That's important. Rocky in Texas.
What's up, guys? First things first, Troy Kwan's the man, and everybody who says differently sucks.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
I once knew this pointy-haired boy who was eating his favorite cereal, and there was a metal shard in it. It was the prize, and it got him really sick. So you guys do need to be careful.
Oh, wow. That's a true story?
It is a true story.
Wow.
Yeah, he was eating Krusty O's.
Wow.
And
that's terrible.
yeah.
Well, and what was
the prize in the Krusty O's?
Do you remember what the free prize was?
I believe it was just a spiky metal shard.
Shards of metal in every box. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
Rocky. Well, that's thank you, buddy. And he was a spiky-haired boy, you said?
Spiky hair, yellow skin,
Okay.
orange shirt, blue shorts.
Okay.
He's kind of recognizable. You may know him. He's
Yeah.
But yeah, he got really sick from it. So just be careful, guys.
Well, listen. Thank you, buddy. I don't think anybody with that many details would be faking that story. So I'm just saying, be on the lookout. You gotta be on the lookout. You know, when it comes to all this food, but also all these articles.
I can't be like dissecting everything that I put in my body.
Stop.
Come on.
We're not doing that.
I wonder if there's metal in this.
I mean, everything you eat is gross, dude.
Yeah.
It is?
Everything.
Fuck. That's too bad.
What did you eat for dinner last night?
Well, I had what's it called? One of those rotisserie chickens.
Gross.
Oh, is that okay? All right, I didn't
In
realize.
a bag from Costco?
It wasn't from Costco.
You see they put them shits in bags now?
No,
Oh, it's the worst.
no. I went to just a regular grocery store, got some chicken. You know, had it. Little carrots, little broccoli, and some
Okay.
bread.
Gross.
You think there was metal in all of it?
Yeah, at least one of those things had metal in it. Probably the bread.
Probably. Yeah, I got baguette.
Oh, for sure.
Metal.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
trust the French.
All right. No, you're right. I don't think the French actually. Again, this was something that they would have probably made that day in the store. I don't know, but it was inspired by the French for sure.
Probably rat droppings.
Yeah.
No, I don't live in disgusting New York City, so they're probably not rat dropping.
There's no rats in Westchester.
No.
Come on, stop.
There's no rats in. Why would there be rats in
You're being
Westchester?
ridiculous.
No, you're totally right.
Yes, Sam, now you're being
It's
stupid.
crazy. It's so crazy of me. Everybody knows the rat problem is a New York State problem, not just a New York City problem.
It's an everywhere problem.
No, I know. Yeah, totally. Totally.
What is Sam?
Orlando, you're just so many rats out there, right?
Bugs, there's all sorts of shit.
Rats?
You don't think that shit gets in the food? Droppings from every fucking creature on Earth?
No, because they'd be buried. It'd be buried under all these droppings. You'd never be able to find the food. I go, where is the food? They go, well, there's a sampling of droppings from every animal on Earth, and under that, you'll find your rotisserie chicken.
You know, we were doing so well, and then Troy's like, you don't think all your food's just caked in rat shit?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Might be a field mouse running around or something like that, but no.
And they're cute.
No, yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. Everybody says New York City has a rat problem. It's the world. All right, fine. It's everywhere you go.
You don't think there's any bugs in Westchester? That
You didn't say bugs. You said rat
Okay.
droppings. I said there's no rats. You said there are rats in Westchester. I said that's ridiculous. And then you said there are bugs. And I said, what are you talking about? Well, we're not talking about bugs.
Okay, now I'm talking about bugs.
So you think there are bug droppings?
And dead bugs in all your food.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. Then
You
yeah.
go to a bodega. You don't go to a bodega and get something off that grill. You think that grill is clean?
What are you talking about, bodega? Everything you're talking about is Manhattan-based.
You don't have bodegas out there? You don't have a...
I mean, they are,
there's
but
no
I go
place
to-
you could walk in and get a sandwich off a grill
Well,
in Westchester.
There are,
That's a
but
Not
crazy
Dunkin'
thing.
Donuts.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts. Of
I go
all
to-
places.
I go to a bagel shop that is in a nice strip mall, you know, that is not infested with bugs
And they got a
or
grill there?
rats. There's a grill. Of course, yeah.
And you don't
yeah.
see bugs just flying around.
No,
while you're
it's
waiting.
not New York City. No, of course not.
Crazy.
I don't see bugs flying around. And if I did see bugs, that's the thing. Outside of New York City, if you go into a dining establishment and there is fly paper hanging from the ceiling, you leave the dining establishment and go someplace else.
Abe Simpson.
Whoop, 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 whoop. The hat goes right back on.
You don't pay extra to live there because of the character?
No. No, I don't. I don't think to myself, well, this place is infested with vermin, but at least it's a cool place. Hey, it stays open 2 hours later.
But it looks so gritty in the movies.
That's right. That's right. Luckily, it stays open 2 hours later, so I'm going to pay double for an apartment where I can't shut my bathroom. No, you can't shut your bathroom anywhere. These are all very New York City-based problems.
Yeah, and I don't think there's bugs in every bodega. Like,
No, there's not.
no,
There's not.
on the grill.
No, of course not.
Come on,
Bro,
Troy.
I worked
We're on
in
the same
food in Pennsylvania.
Again,
I know what happens.
You're talking about either Manhattan or white trash Pennsylvania. And it went.
Everybody's perfect in Westchester. Nobody does anything, and everybody's
That's where
clean.
COVID started.
Exactly. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
It wasn't from the. It was from. That was from bats. Okay. That's from some guy that had sex with a bat, if I remember
He
correctly.
ate a bat.
I think he had sex with it.
When he had sex with it, and then he went right to Westchester.
It's a weird time.
That's right. And you know where he was? He was in the bodega, putting it all over the grill. You just say shit sometimes.
so weird.
You just
It's weird. What's weird?
you just go like, I'm just
That
gonna.
you're just insisting that there's just like
You just said there's rats every
that
single
every
place you go.
bodega is just infested with like bugs.
It's all
You said there are rats everywhere you go,
everywhere you go.
and that every place with a grill has bugs everywhere.
Wherever there's food, there's going to be rats and there's going to be bugs. That's just the way it is.
Okay. Thank you. I didn't know. Okay.
Now you know.
Good. Again, I didn't realize that I was dealing with scientists and people who had all the facts.
Have fun
They're
at Dunkin' next time.
They're completely based
It's like
around.
the grossest.
Yeah.
Liberals get their way, we'll all be eating bugs, right, Troy?
Yeah.
You know.
Because the cow's causing the farts, right, Mike?
Yep.
Yep.
So they say.
So they say.
I just
you go.
worry sometimes that your worldview is completely encapsulated in either your Twitter algorithm or the quarter mile that surrounds your apartment. And I just am a little worried
I mean, I understand
that
why
you're
you would say that.
Well, okay, that's all. Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. Bobby in Florida.
Hey, good morning, guys, and Danielle. Before I make my point, I just want to say congratulations to Black Caviar for that double platinum. That's awesome.
Thanks,
Right,
buddy.
so you can't be that wrong, right?
Appreciate it.
You got double platinum record.
Thank you.
But, yeah, you're complaining about shelf life of meat. Last time I checked, the McDonald's Styrofoam Big Mac will last for 2 decades, and we don't have any problems with that.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, chomps last a year. That's weird.
Exactly.
Well, you guys said it was all natural.
It is.
Okay, all right,
It's
fine.
meat. Meat lasts. You don't have to worry about it.
All right, then I won't worry about
Thanks,
it
guys.
anymore. Thank you. Also, I think it was more the metal that was the problem, but metal lasts too, to be fair. Metal will hang in there.
Chomps are made with 100% grass-fed and finished beef.
Okay.
Water, sea salt, encapsulated lactic acid, and a blend of spices and seasonings.
Okay, good. Also, other natural and unnatural flavors.
All encased in a beef collagen casing. So of course it's going to keep for a year.
Because the collagen?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And how come those ladies can't keep their lips big for more than like a couple months?
Different ingredients.
Collagen.
Yeah, but the
It's
lips
not a
don't
beef.
have
It's not a beef casing.
grass-fed beef.
Right. No, that makes perfect sense. Actually, that makes perfect sense.
Such a hater.
I mean, you're also today is the day where you guys have just decided we're just going to say stuff.
Well, yeah, I don't like being lumped in with Troy because he's going off the deep end.
I know, and so you forget that all the time. You go, "Oh, this will be fun. Me and Troy will team up."
It's like every time.
And I go, okay, all right. If that's what you can say, like both of you are going to end up in a scenario where you just have to say things to try to take your way out of it.
No, I know.
They're
It's all good.
defensive because fear. They're scared about their chomps.
I think
I'm
you're
not
right.
scared
They
about
feel
the
threatened.
chomps.
They're upset.
I know, and I wasn't even
Troy's
coming
over there talking about rats in every bodega.
and then he switches it.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
This
to
is a
validate the
controversial
metal
thing to say.
chomps.
But you're like, oh, there's bugs everywhere.
Everywhere you
get
go.
food.
Everywhere. Like everything is covered in bugs.
But bugs.
I think you should call an exterminator.
I think you have a problem.
All food places have bugs.
Meanwhile, Troy has 2 residences, and one is in the rat capital of the world, and the other is in the mosquito capital of the world.
Okay. And
I'm just saying it may be coloring your viewpoint. That's all. I'm saying that maybe it's coloring your viewpoint, and then you guys are going like absolutely crazy.
Don't say you guys.
You are too.
No, I'm not.
You've said weird shit already this
Right,
morning.
name one thing that I said that's weird.
You
Would
said-
you like some Chick-fil-A sauce at my house?
And I said,
That's weird?
I said I'd probably go with ranch, and you said, "What? Now you want to burn my house down?" And I went, "What are you talking about?"
It's not me.
I mean, I don't understand what you guys think a conversation is.
We're having one.
yes, this is what that is.
I mean,
God, you're just not used to people pushing back.
God bless both of your significant others,
Oh,
your
she's
daughter.
done
I can't even imagine. I can't even. I feel like both of you are having difficulties, and you're bringing them into work, and I have to deal with it now.
No. We're not projecting. You're the one who's like, no, thank you. I don't want Chick-fil-A
Have you been
sauce.
sleeping well?
Chomps don't last for
Have
a
you been
year.
sleeping well?
I slept great last night.
What about the night before?
Night before I didn't. No.
Okay, how about you, Troy?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Neither I.
Neither night. All right.
I'm refreshed today.
I'm not.
Okay.
You're not?
That's where we part ways.
Why not? What's wrong, dude?
I have to share a queen-size bed with somebody that just had back surgery. He's in a lot of pain.
How can you tell they're in pain?
Because she's screaming the whole night. And getting up and down to walk around.
Walk around?
Yeah.
What does the screaming sound like?
I mean, the poor thing. She's in a lot of pain.
And
I
you
feel
love this
bad.
woman.
I love her.
And you just hear your person you love most in
Nothing
this
I can
world.
do. I just pet her and try to calm her down.
You what?
Pet her, like pet her hair.
Are you talking about Toots or are you talking about your fiance?
fiance,
Oh, okay. I didn't
Sam.
know. Well, you're talking about petting. I was just trying to make sure we were all on the same page. I didn't know you were talking about your pet cat or
What
your
do you
fiance.
like when your wife is like upset about something? You don't pet her hair?
I might like put my hand on her back. I would just use words like caress.
Correct. Okay, thank you.
I just never heard the term pet for a human. That's all.
You never heard of heavy petting?
I've heard heavy
That's
petting.
different. You're not heavy petting her.
I mean, maybe you are. Maybe you're
Actually,
like,
yeah.
maybe you're
he's
like,
this is gonna-
you know what? You know what would make you feel better? A little vitamin D. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're all out of painkillers, but have you tried a hot beef injection?
I think it's probably the last thing on her mind.
I think so too. You're over there trying to get into some. You start with the light petting to get into the heavy petting. Generally, that's why people pet people. To get into the.
Sam's right. You said caress, not pet.
Oh, okay. So I didn't sleep. I haven't slept.
I know, but you are cranky, which is fine, and you're firing this one up, and I'm just sitting here trying to have
fired up.
You're fired up today.
I'm not.
He's saying weird
You're pissed,
shit.
you're pissed about the Chick-fil-A sauce.
That's just weird.
And that sent everybody into a
But you-
strange
Because
place.
he says things to be weird.
I know he does.
But you don't think he's escalating every single conversation we have?
He does that every day.
I don't know why.
Certain people around here are passionate about chomps. I'm not going to name names because you haven't named them.
I don't want to name names. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. But why is he escalating everything today?
Not escalating anything.
He wants conflict all the time.
Conflict?
It's because
Because he's not happy unless people are fighting.
And there's no chomps.
Yeah,
And
and
he's
there's
probably-
no chomps.
He's hangry.
he's hangry.
I need a
That
Kind
makes
bar.
that makes a lot. Yeah, and Kind Bar. What's that going to do?
Nothing. Not
Okay.
satiate my hunger like
right.
a chomp.
All right, I'll be
Or
sensitive.
2 or 3 or 4.
Or 8.
It depends.
But I'm not saying who did it.
No, of course not. That would be HIPAA.
Yeah, that's a HIPAA violation. You can't. You can't do that.
Meanwhile, Troy's not getting any sleep.
No, and he's firing you up. So they're screaming. Oh.
Well, she's in pain. She's in a lot of pain, dude.
And you go in a different room.
There is no other room.
What about the bathroom?
The door doesn't shut.
I forgot about the door.
She's in a lot of pain.
Sleep in the tub.
I'm not sleeping.
The door doesn't shut. And if the door doesn't shut, the sound goes into the bathroom, and once you're in the tub, it'll hit the tub, it'll echo off the walls. It'll go crazy.
That porcelain.
Right?
Put noise canceling headphones on.
Have you ever thought about listening to some Fat Beats?
I'm not listening. I'm
Now,
trying to
fat
sleep.
beats are going to make him more hyper. He's going to stay awake.
I'm not. I want to sleep.
You do? And that's not happening?
You put some Enya on?
Have you tried Enya?
I don't think there's
fuck with
anything
some
else.
Enya.
Yeah, Enya.
I remember the infomercial for her. So, how long has she been home? Because remember we were talking last week, Troy's fiance was getting back surgery in the hospital, and the nurses were lying on her. You know, they were saying, you know, she's fine. When she was like, my pain is high. They'd be like, oh, low? And they put low, right?
Oh yeah, and there's the. I mean, bro, she had the worst hospital stay I could imagine. She thinks the way that they were giving the painkillers, that they would say like, okay, you get 10 milligrams. She's prescribed 10 milligrams, and they'd come in and be like, oh, you only get 2 today. You only get 2 and then in 3 hours you can have another 4.
She thinks that's what was happening.
And then she went to a different floor, and they were giving her the correct medication, and they had to scan each one, and they weren't doing that on the other floor.
Oh.
So she thinks that the nurses were stealing the painkillers,
Like skimming off the top.
skimming off
To
the
like
top,
keep for themselves?
or sell
Sure,
or whatever.
yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, she was in hell. There was a
And she wasn't getting like she was in pain.
agony.
Wow.
And the nurses were so incompetent. Her poor roommate, they put an IV in her roommate. They started injecting something in her, and her hand starts when she's like, it hurts. The nurse leaves.
Oh.
With the IV still in?
IV still in. Goes, I'll be right back. Never comes back.
What?
She said her roommate's hand started swelling so bad. And she had a call. She's like, you need to get over here now. Like, my roommate is having a problem. And then they come in and they're like, oh, yeah. Like,
what the hell happens? That's one of those jobs that, like, you can't, there are a lot of jobs you can get away with being incompetent. You know what I mean? You can just, you could just do the bare minimum and whatever. But, like, I know. I can't believe it. I thought I knew the bare minimum. No, it's lower. But, like, I can't believe healthcare, like, is not one of those jobs.
It's something's weird because people are telling me that they've never had these problems in hospitals outside of New York City. It's just they hire the worst people in New York City.
Do you think they're the worst, and I'm not trying to like refute you, or they're so overworked that they like legitimately like forget to do shit?
I think these are the stupidest humans.
Because you said that when she moved to a different floor, they had great.
I think that on that floor, because it was physical therapy, they put their top staff down there.
Yes.
And in the where she was recovering, they put, because she was next to somebody who, like, somebody was screaming in their room and they come in and this person died in the room right next to her.
Rest in peace.
So I think that happens all the time. People are just croaking all over the place.
So they almost take their humanity out of it.
And they don't even care.
Right.
There was she said that it was like the middle of the night. She was in such agonizing pain. She calls the nurse. She's like, I need my painkillers now. They're like, yeah, no problem. We'll get them. An hour goes by. They're like, hey, I need my painkillers. Like, yeah, we're coming. We're coming. Don't worry. She got up. They tell her, do not get up out of your bed unless you have a nurse with you. She didn't even care. She gets on her walker, walks out, and her nurse is in the break room, just sitting there on her phone.
Oh my God.
And she's like, what are you doing? I need my painkillers. And then they were like, oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Wow, not even a legitimate, not even a legitimate excuse. Like, oh, we have to wait a certain amount of time or nothing.
No.
Just like, oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
like,
sorry.
I was ordering them on my phone.
Honestly, you know what she was hoping? She's like, if I put it, because this is like how you handle your kids when they keep asking for stuff at night. You just go, oh yeah, I'll get that. And then you take an extra amount of time. Hopefully they just fall asleep.
That's what they're hoping.
They were 100% hoping as an adult post-surgery that was going through excruciating pain. Okay, maybe if we just wait 15 minutes before we come back, she'll be asleep.
But they'll do that in the bed. She'll call and be like, hey, I have to go to the bathroom. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, she'll fall asleep.
So then she complained to the doctor, like the main doctor, and was like, hey, this is happening. So the main doctor complains and then sends somebody down that oversees the nurses. And I was there. She filed a complaint and was like, hey, this is happening. My nurses, they're not delivering my medication. I think they're skimming off the top, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, okay. She wrote it down. She's like, here's my email. If there's any more issues, please contact me. And so she's like, okay. So the next day she's like, hey, this happened. She emailed them. They never wrote back.
Wow.
She had a terrible experience there.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah.
Especially because you're so, like, under their thumb. You know, there's nothing you can do.
No.
And I mean, even what you were describing last week about trying to figure out when you can leave, like, if we are allowed to stay, what's insurance going to cover? The whole thing just sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know if I said that on the air. Basically, they were like, Monday morning, they were like, your insurance stops here, like, you got to go. And she had, like, draining tubes still in her.
Ugh.
And they're like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, your insurance is done. It's done today. You have to go. And so she's like, okay. And so then her main doctor comes.
How could you base a hospital stay on insurance?
It's crazy.
Right? Shouldn't it be?
She had bags hanging out of her for drainage. And they're like, and I'm like, well, if you come home, who takes care of that? I don't know how to deal with drainage bags.
Yeah, you're just trying to get a good night's sleep.
I mean, I'm helping her any way I can, but like,
not with these drainage bags.
You need to show me what to do with drainage bags.
Yeah. Wow.
So then the other doctor comes in and goes, it was never submitted to your extended stay was never submitted to insurance. Like, we're going to do it right now.
Oh my God.
So it's like, well, what the hell was the other doctor talking about?
Just somebody that blew it off.
Just like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got to go. Because it'll save me 10 minutes of paperwork if I just send you home. And then you could say, but then once you submitted it, the insurance company was like, yeah, stay longer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then she's like, they extended the stay, but she's like, I got to get the fuck out of here. She's like, what's the least amount of time I can stay there. Like the doctor's like, usually like 5 days is it. She's like, okay, on day 5 I'm leaving.
I'm out of here.
So now she's home and she's just it's tough.
She has like physical therapy every week.
She has to go on Friday. They give her like stuff to do at home, but then she has to go Friday and see the doctor, and
I mean,
they're gonna have a therapist come to the house and help her.
this Manhattan, this city,
It's terrible.
it's the worst.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. They go like, yeah, but you know, our delis stay open, so everything else can be the absolute worst of the worst, and you'll just deal with it. Hey, good news. There's less traffic.
There's slightly less traffic.
Slightly, and I mean so slightly you would never know. Anybody that actually drives would never notice, but we'll just tell you there is, so you guys that walk around. I mean...
Also, the bodegas all have rats and bugs in them.
But they're open.
They're open.
They're open. I mean...
But it's exciting. It's like you're a member of the cast of Girls.
It is exciting, yeah. Yeah.
Living your dream in New York City.
Yeah, you're one of Lena Dunham's friends that is an aspiring writer, and you get to write about your experiences. Yeah, man, there's just never... I mean, stories like that... I mean, the hospitals are bad enough everywhere, right? Like, there are issues everywhere. But, like, stories like that are why it's like there is no way that I would want... I just don't want to be anywhere near the city.
Dude, I get it.
You know?
I get it.
No, you don't. You still live here.
Well...
Bro, Staten Island sucks.
There's other places to live.
Westchester sucks.
There's 5 people
Westchester
in this room.
actually-
One of them lives in Staten Island.
You like Westchester
I hate
because
to correct you. Westchester actually rules.
you grew up there. You have family there that helped take care of your kids. I don't think if you were from somewhere else, you'd be like, oh, Westchester's the place I got to be.
I couldn't imagine not that train stopping and not thinking, wow, we've reached paradise on earth. I mean, it's every day. It's.
I've never heard somebody just complain endlessly about where he lives and then be like, everywhere around it sucks.
Everywhere
too.
else sucks. Whereas I'm sitting here like every day going like, you know what was great? My day-to-day life in my suburb.
I love Staten Island.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Taxes are high.
I love seeing grass and stars and...
Oh, the stars are awesome.
You can go see that too somewhere else.
No, somewhere.
I have to take a trip.
Not where you live.
Isn't that fun? I have to take a trip. I'm going to take a road trip this weekend to see a tree.
Just saying, there's other places.
But
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
No, don't do it.
All
dude.
you do is complain.
Don't listen to him.
It's just fun.
Don't
It's
do
fun
it.
to complain on the air about it.
Don't do it.
I'm not.
This guy
Like,
over
go
here.
to can you imagine going to Staten Island?
I couldn't imagine.
And
Why are you
the
being
only-
shitty? I'm being nice to you.
And the only reason you're there is because you have a daughter in the school district. You wouldn't be there if you
Great
didn't.
place.
Yeah, no, you
I'm going to
wouldn't.
live there forever.
You.
He's just.
That's
you know
sad.
why?
That's a
You know
sad
why he's going to
existence.
live there forever? Because he's stubborn.
It's a sad existence.
You think
I'm
so?
going to live here forever.
I'm definitely not leaving in 2 years when she graduates high
My
school.
roots are here. This is where I plan on dying.
That's right. That's sad, dude.
No.
Yeah, you should be planning your exit strategy, bro.
Trust me.
That's right.
Counting down the years until
Get
she's
the
out of
fuck
high
out of the
school.
East Coast. What are you talking about?
East Coast?
Yeah.
Where do you think is the exit strategy?
What about Disney World?
Well,
Technically, that's the east, but that's
south.
way down. Nobody
South. That's south.
It's still the East Coast.
go to the Floribama shore.
Exactly.
You know.
I go there.
Where do you think the exit strategy is? Because Westchester sucks. Staten Island sucks.
Move Sam Roberts show to Florida.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Dude, you love Florida. Stop acting like you wouldn't.
Why are you attacking me? I said okay.
Yeah, but you said it in that shitty
You
way.
said
okay.
a shitty, condescending
okay.
tone.
Because the only I said okay
All your
because
favorite restaurants are there.
I didn't say anything bad about anything.
The wrestlers just flock there.
I said wrestlers tend to gravitate towards me, but I said
No, not towards you, Florida.
I don't think so.
There's lots of wrestlers in Florida.
I said okay.
You love it when the titties are out on your
I understand.
Jeep.
I understand. But I said okay like that because your one suggestion was the other place I live. That's all. The only reason I said okay, I wasn't saying it didn't have
By the
merit.
way, Troy, you talk about me being stuck in Staten Island forever. This guy won't stop having kids. Like, the school system is just going to keep, pumping out these Robertses. He's never going to get to leave Westchester.
What do you mean get to?
He loves it. He loves it.
I know.
You got to admit, I do love it
I told you why you love it.
because it rules.
You grew up there, so it's very familiar to you.
Great school system.
Great school system. Your parents there, your wife's parents are there to help with the kids.
Yeah.
So that you're stuck there.
I mean, I've never felt stuck one day in my life.
You're close to your wrestling.
I'm close to everything. It's a hub.
I would leave, but I would miss it.
Staten Island?
New York.
You have to get on an airplane, come back and
I can't just get on an airplane willy-nilly and come back for all the cool concerts.
I mean, listen. As far as I can see, there's 2 people in here today. One of them is cranky from not
I'm
sleeping.
tired.
I understand. And the other one's trying to make a fight out of every sentence that anybody says.
I'm not trying to make a fight out of anything.
And
What are you talking about?
Okay, that you just did it again. And both of those people don't live in Westchester. I've been cool as a cucumber all day. All right, I'm just looking.
Westchester keeps you cool.
I'm looking at all I'm looking at is data right now. I look at data that's in front of me, and I base my decisions off the data. That's all.
The New Jerseyans are pretty lax too.
I got to tell you, the New Jerseyans are coming across very well today. Very well.
I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey does not accept you. I mean, let's ask. All right, fine. Let's ask the representatives of New Jersey.
No, he was clearly relegated to Staten Island.
That's right. That's right. Danielle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a landfill that sits right off of our coast.
Right. It's where Jersey puts their
The
trash.
rejects.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And then imagine coming into work every day and trying to sell people on that.
I don't try to sell people on anything. You're the one who's like, Staten Island sucks, and I'm just sitting here quiet.
I haven't heard you quiet all morning. You're
Loud all
literally
morning.
shouting.
I asked him
Isn't
why
he shouting?
Shout it.
Like he doesn't
I-
have a microphone.
Hostile.
So hostile.
I asked Troy why he doesn't move from the city, and the first thing he said was Staten Island sucks. I didn't even.
What else is the right thing to say?
I didn't even bring up where I live.
He said it in a condescending.
Because I know what you were doing. You were saying that that's where I
Yeah.
should go.
No, I don't care where you go.
Yes, he does. He said it in a condescending way too. He thinks
It's so cool here,
yeah,
man.
because he's like this. You live in Manhattan because you're stupid.
He is stupid.
Okay.
It is a stupid decision.
Isn't that a nice thing? Isn't that a nice thing to say to yell at your
I'm
friend?
tired.
And I say, and he's yelling at you. He is stupid. Like
Sam.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Okay.
Would you consider it to be a smart decision
Go ahead.
to pay 3 times the amount anybody else is paying
Oof.
to live in one room in a borough that you hate?
Right.
I like Manhattan.
How are
Don't
the
get-
how are the resources?
The resources?
Yeah.
Horrible.
Oh,
Food's great.
yeah, but there's rat shit and
rat
bugs
shit
on
and bugs
everything.
everywhere.
You're going to eat it anywhere. But go
Oh, okay.
Would you consider that to be a smart decision or a stupid decision?
It feels comparatively to my lifestyle and what I have going on, it feels like a downgrade. For me.
Say that at 2 a.m. when you want a chopped cheese.
Exactly. Thank you, Mike.
I've never wanted a chopped cheese at 2 a.m.
Troy hasn't been up past 9 o'clock in 8 years.
That's a good point, Travis.
Troy goes to bed early and watches Bill Maher at its proper airtime on linear television.
The second Troy gets his new rules, he turns the lights
I
on.
don't make it to new rules a lot of times.
Troy's never seen the second performance of a musical act on SNL.
They play 2 songs.
You know what I heard? I heard they did 2 performances this week.
I wish they still did Weekend Update.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
But should there be a night that he's up late, he can get a chopped cheese.
Right outside the door.
Right outside the door, there's a chopped cheese.
I just feel
and
like
it's good that it's right outside the door because, I mean, everything is so compact. Yeah,
I feel
also,
like he would be happier if he was in Westchester.
if he walks any further than right outside the door, it gets very dangerous very quickly, especially at that hour.
And get chased by a guy with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pre-COVID.
What about post-COVID? You can't stop talking about how the subways just have
sorry.
naked homeless people
Oh, you know
setting
what
off
I saw
firecrackers.
yesterday coming home? Somebody took a shit this big right on the subway, walking up the stairs. I mean, it was like I couldn't believe the mound of poo.
And you love it here.
I do.
Maybe that is the selling point, though.
Yeah.
If you live in New York City, you pay a premium, defecate, masturbate wherever you want, and if you'd like, stab someone, throw them in front of a train, no one's going to stop you.
And set off bottle rockets anywhere.
That objectively, that is kind of awesome.
Yeah. No, but everywhere you go, no matter where you go, if you walk around, you see human feces.
No, it's everywhere.
That's regular.
There are full countries where they do that.
Not this one.
Not yet.
I just think you'd be so much happier somewhere else. I don't even care
I don't
where it
think
is.
so.
I just think
think
somewhere
you're
else.
happy.
You know
You're
where I'm
not.
happy?
Where?
Florida.
Yes.
You're
move
not,
there.
you're not in Florida.
You,
know
can
what?
answer the phones in Florida. We'll talk to McClure.
You know what I think would make you happy?
Could we do that? Okay.
You know what I think would make you happy? Is if you weren't getting harassed by, and I won't say who, certain people in this room every
said
day.
he won't say who.
I won't say who because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But if you didn't, yeah. But if you didn't have somebody yelling at you all the time
I'm
about
looking
everything,
after him.
I would be happier.
you would, right?
If we could figure out a way to like separate, like if there was like a divider or something up,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to look at him and hear his like remarks.
I mean, live and let
right,
live.
you know what?
Live and let live is something he's never even considered.
Oh, now we upset. Travis, I was kidding, bro. I was kidding, buddy.
You know what?
You don't want to hear my remarks.
If Travis is going to pout, let's just test it.
Okay.
You know?
Can we make it the whole show without hearing a snarky remark?
He put himself in the corner.
Without hearing a snarky remark?
Wouldn't that be great if Travis pouted the whole show, and then after the show, like McClure comes in, man, today was great, and we're all like, yeah, everybody was.
You guys are running on all cylinders.
All right.
Never better.
Okay. No more talking.
No, you can talk, but just how about not being a shithead?
They go together.
He can't. He's not doing it. To Travis's credit, he's
He can't
not.
control him. It's like somebody with Tourette's.
He's not doing it on purpose.
He can't control himself.
Like when he says, I wasn't being a shithead, and we look at him like, what? He's being serious. He doesn't think. Like, he doesn't realize.
Like, yeah, everybody knows people that have, like, no self-perception of how they are.
That's right.
That's him.
That's right.
What are you talking about? I have perception.
Like, see, like, he would not understand that the way he just said that was combative and shitty.
I understand.
See, the way he just said I understand was combative and shitty, and he would not get that.
You guys are reading me the whole wrong way.
You see?
No, you just have the wrong perception.
That's right. Everything is a little accusatory. You guys are just already, it's starting.
Makes no sense that you do this.
I'll tell you what, next time I need to ad-lib in one of those BetterHelp spots, I know exactly what I'm going to talk about.
Sam, you're acting like it's my fault that Troy's always wrong.
See? It's just not necessary.
I'm not being
It doesn't bring
combative.
anything good to the show.
It's just not necessary.
All right.
It doesn't bring good.
All right, I'm going to be quiet.
It does not.
I'm going to be quiet. Sam, you talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Let's see. Shitty.
Shitty. Like, fun.
And
Like, all he has to do is be like, hey, you know what, guys, you're right. So I have a shitty attitude. Let me start.
I don't have a shitty attitude.
Yes, you do.
No, you're the one that refuses to leave the hellhole that you've created, and you're like, nah, there's nowhere better to go.
I'm fine.
You're not fine.
I'm going to comment on what I see, but I'm fine.
You're not fine.
You're enjoying
You can't close
yourself.
the door when you go to the bathroom.
care.
Big deal, right? You're about to be married.
Yeah. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, when are you getting married?
Like your fiance doesn't know that you shit?
She knows I shit, Travis. Okay?
Okay.
You have an open relationship.
No, we don't have an open relationship.
No, I'm sorry. Not like I didn't realize who I was talking to. You knew what I was saying, right? Like everybody knew what I was saying. That's right. I was like, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I misphrased that. I didn't mean open in the sense that you're allowed to have other partners. I meant. And that I'll take ownership of. I phrased that incorrectly. I meant open in the sense that you guys are very open with each other. I didn't mean that you were welcoming in third and fourth partners.
I mean, you've been married for 10, 12, 13 years. I mean,
You have to be open with each other, not open relationship with other partners. No.
We're not open to other people.
No. You're monogamous.
Yes.
Me too.
Good.
Can we reset?
Yes.
Today is Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Some people consider it to be Toots Day.
You know what? I forgot. We need the Toots Day update.
Let's get an update.
How's Toots doing with all this going on?
He's great.
Is he happy that Clarice is home?
Very.
Is he getting his eggs?
Trader Joe's was out again.
There are other places to
So
get eggs.
I did go to Wegmans yesterday. They had them.
You got him his eggs.
So she's going to prepare today.
You know where's one place you could go to get eggs other than Trader Joe's in the city? Any Trader Joe's not in the city would have eggs.
No. He's just like, well, guess this place doesn't have eggs.
Trader Joe's in Westchester always has eggs.
Costco always has eggs.
Okay.
Have you ever been to the Trader Joe's in Westchester?
No.
Stocked up.
Okay. Then bring me some eggs.
No. No, you can come to Westchester and get them.
All right, we're reset. We're good.
Yeah.
And then we're shitty.
Chris the teacher?
Oh, God damn it.
Hey, how are you doing, guys?
Not great. How are you doing, man?
I heard. So, Troy, I'm not going to be shitty. Look what I did for you. I found the listing. All right. Look at some of the bullet points. 1,000 square feet, which is probably more than you have, I would guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
$1,500.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good money.
Walking distance, 2-minute walk to train.
Trains are great.
Bathroom door that closes.
Wow.
That's in the listing?
Now we're
Wow.
talking.
In the listing. And you can have a built-in best friend as the landlord.
Okay, that's a little head scratcher, but it seems, everybody needs a best friend, I guess. Chris, where
Yeah, that's my
Go ahead.
That's my basement in Massapequa, Long Island. Come on out, baby. It's
What'd
for
you think about Chris the teacher's basement in Massapequa?
I couldn't think of anything worse.
Oh, come on. That's very
And
mean.
I'm the shitty one.
That's very mean. That's very Chris, that sounded like a really nice offer.
Chris, you're a great guy, but
It's-
it sounds
And
terrible.
it's my birthday. It's my birthday, and he's treating me like shit. I'm going to go cry.
Oh,
Happy
happy
birthday,
birthday, Chris. That was really mean, Troy.
I can't think of a worse place to live.
That was mean.
You're a teacher. Aren't you supposed to be teaching kids, Chris?
Actually, I'm off for the week because I'm in Houston for the Mets opening day. I told the boss.
That's perfect.
I told the bosses I got a vasectomy. It's the second time I've gotten a vasectomy.
No, I got the last one reversed. I got to go, and then now I'm getting another one.
It grew back. I don't know.
Snip, snap.
Snap, snap, snap.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
I got that, Chris.
That'll be good.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you live in Chris's basement?
Is it because of Massapequa or the Chris thing?
All the above.
Yeah.
You
I
think
get
he would
that.
knock on the door and come down a lot?
Oh, he'd want to hang out.
You want to go to a Mets game?
Ask me questions about the show.
Hey, so I was listening today.
Hey, what did you mean by this? And do you think Sam really means it when he says this?
Hey, what's Sam really like?
Just the best.
Locked into an 8-year lease.
Oh,
8-year lease.
Well, yeah, because he gave you a deal.
Yeah. Well, it's only $1,500. Well, I guess $1,500. Yeah.
I mean, $1,500 for 1,000 square feet's a pretty good deal.
Especially for 8 years.
Yeah. But you're living in a basement. There's probably no windows.
No.
That's going to affect
my
vitamin
seasonal
D.
depression.
Yeah, your seasonal depression.
Yeah, but you can get one of those happy lights.
They don't work.
That's not the same.
I've tried that.
No, you need to see the outside.
Yeah.
You can go up and hang out in the living room with Chris. Oh. And the kids.
Why are you making a face like that? And the kids.
Yeah.
You could be Uncle Troy.
I don't want to be Uncle Troy.
I wouldn't either.
They would love Toots.
He didn't say if it was pet friendly or not.
That's true. And he also didn't say if Clarice could come.
No.
He just wants you to live in his
Just wants me to
basement.
hang out.
Yeah, no, you keep the place you got now. You also grab this one. This is the third residence. Just stay with me. Well, we have learned a lot of interesting things as the news cycle continues on. And to me, one of the most interesting things is I want to believe that in the world of politics and war and espionage and all this stuff that they make movies about, all the stuff that Oliver Stone makes movies about, that there's all kinds of stuff going on behind the scenes. The behind the scenes, it doesn't sound like they put on a show for us in front of the camera. But behind the scenes, it's different. Behind the scenes is where everything happens. And it certainly doesn't sound just like another weirdo corporate environment with texts going back and forth and everything. But apparently, it is more similar to any corporate work environment than you could imagine. Now, this is very controversial. Some people are saying this never happened, but there was a report that came out yesterday,
I think there's one person saying it didn't happen.
and one person said he didn't hear about it.
Yes. Yeah.
But there was a report that came out yesterday that apparently this gentleman named Jeffrey Goldberg, whose job, his profession is, he's the editor-in-chief of the publication called The Atlantic.
Jeff Goldberg.
Jeff Goldberg. Jeff Goldberg. Another life-ruining Goldberg. Jeff Goldberg.
Okay, Jeff Goldberg.
He was at some point, and that's what Pete Hegseth is going to say, Jeff Goldberg is a scumbag. He never had any business being on that group text. So apparently this Jeff Goldberg was added to a group text on this app called Signal, which is encrypted messaging. But it doesn't matter if your messaging is encrypted if you add somebody onto the group text. Like if they're on the group text, they get it, unencrypted. They get to see it in pure black and white, right? So, I mean, this whole thing is so kind of stunning because on one end, you had the whole Hillary Clinton email scandal, which was just based around the fact that she was using like a Gmail account or whatever. But even before that, you remember how controversial it was that President Obama was using a BlackBerry. Remember when he first got into office, he didn't want to give up his BlackBerry, and people were like, you don't understand. The security behind this is so important. You can't blah, 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 blah. So now this group text, which included, I believe it was Pete Hegseth, who's the chief of the Department of...
He's the Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense. Also, J.D. Vance, who his title is the...
I think he's just like...
It says here... Vice President is who he is. He's the Vice President of the United States.
I thought that was Elon.
And no, he's the co-president. Oh. He's the assistant to the president. Oh. Yeah, he and many other people were on this group text that for some reason they added Jeffrey Goldberg to, not knowing. People are trying to still figure it out. They think it might be his initials.
I think that's what they're saying.
Right, that there's a JG that they thought was going to be on the group text but wasn't.
Well, they meant to add Wentworth.
Right.
Because they can't fund the war without money.
Well, they had an annuity. That's right. Well, because they were like, first things first. Before we start the bombings, it's my money and I want it now.
These are my bombs and I want them now.
That's right. That's right.
Get JG on the text.
Right, and then Jeff Goldberg, because he was undercover, he just texted in the group text, do you guys have an annuity? No, and so I guess he wasn't active in the group text, which is also very suspicious. If you go through the group text and somebody's not kind of involved in it, you go, wait a second, what's going on here?
Just hitting him with thumbs ups.
Right, but he wasn't active in it, and he didn't say anything because he was like, no, this can't be. No, they aren't really. And he just kind of let them go. And he said he wasn't going to post anything that could be a security risk, right? So, but he said what was in it. He basically said that they were getting ready to bomb Yemen, right? And they were making plans via the group text, which is weird because that's like, I guess, but that's like how Hot Dog, me and Travis figure out like Instagram reels and stuff like that.
It's the same thing.
I mean, I wonder if there is.
They're just like us.
Yeah, I wonder if there is a Hot Dog in this group text because I mean, yesterday's group text.
J.D. Vance.
Yeah, maybe he is. Yesterday's group text, which was, it looked like the cover.
Oh, you got it.
It looked like the thumbnail on the last reel that we posted really worked out. I think we should try to think intentionally. I mean, he's acting like he's like part of this corporate Hot Dog. Oh, okay. Hot Dog's acting like he's part of this like corporate environment. He's like, I think we should start being cognizant of what we choose as the thumbnail on the Instagram video. And I said, yeah, it wasn't a coincidence.
Did you pick it?
Yes. That's why it was effective.
So you know what you're doing.
Yeah. He goes, oh, I just hadn't seen any other thumbnails that look like that one. I was just like, why are you wasting my time with this?
Hot Dog said, so I'm looking at our recent reels, and I'm wondering if when we post them, if we could be conscious about which frame would make a good cover.
Now, you see how that's already worded? Like, that's not worded like you're talking to your bros. That's worded like you're...
Middle management.
Yeah, middle management speaking to coworkers that HR might read this text thread. So we have to be careful how we word it. Right. And I'm like, we're not on Slack. The CEO, you're texting the CEO. It's me. There's nobody's, a third party's not getting this.
And he said, I think the Cena one did well because, it's Cena, but it also coincidentally had a cover of Sam laughing with the screenshot of the Belgium kid. And Sam writes, that was not a coincidence. Like, you idiot, this is all planned.
Yeah, like, obviously. I put a thing of me laughing with the topic of the video. Everybody's talking about the Belgium kid. I'm laughing like, oh, let me click on that.
Sam said all the thumbnails are intentional.
Yeah, I was like, yes. If you have suggestions, maybe I could do it better. You know what I mean? I'm always open to being like, oh,
that was not the suggestion.
We started doing this. We started doing that.
The code.
Yeah, I was like, and then I had to leave. I had to stop I stop responding now often, but like. He goes, I just hadn't seen any other thumbnails like that. Can you go to the...
yeah, of course, buddy.
Sam Roberts SXM Instagram page?
Hang on 1 second.
He said, I hadn't seen any thumbnails that look like the Cena kid thumbnail, right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
Wait for Instagram to
Why
load.
does it- I don't know why at this point he's worked with you so long. Why doesn't he just trust your judgment?
He thinks it's all accidental.
It's all just like
Yeah,
flying
you've
by the seat
been
of the
conscious
pants.
of this for months.
You know how to promote.
Look,
your brand.
okay, that's it. All you have to do is that. He goes, I haven't seen any thumbnails that look like the Cena kid. Troy, what do you notice?
The one right before it.
It's literally right next to it. And then he's like, yeah, maybe we highlight the. Look at the. Who do you think you are? I am thumbnail. Anytime there's a clip that is also coupled with a reaction, I put the clip in the reaction and all of them. If you just scroll through, you can see it. And by the way, when it's Who Kid saying something silly, I'll put Who Kid in the thumbnail. When it's not in the video, a double box, when it's just a full screen of the topic, the thumbnail is the topic.
I mean, you obviously know what you're talking about.
And I'm not saying that it's perfect. I'm just saying it's a science, and I'm always
open to suggestions.
I love suggestions.
Yes, of course.
If somebody is like, "Hey, I noticed you did this. You should try doing that because we're seeing it have results over here." I go, "Oh, that's great. I love this."
Or you process information. You go, "No, I like it better the way I'm."
Either way,
Yeah.
Either way, but just going, "Hey, what if you were conscious of what the thumbnail was?" Oh man, that's so great.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
Can you also do custom thumbnails on YouTube? Man, thank you for all the great advice, dude.
I mean, you know, there's people that just want to fill up space with like.
But I can't have that.
I understand.
I don't have any space to be filled.
I know. He's just one of those guys.
At his core, Hot Dog wants to be a 28-year-old white woman working in corporate America.
Yes.
That's true.
Like, he wants to be Tootsie.
Tootsie. Tootsie. Hot dog. By the way, Miguel, you just got your next Photoshop.
He's going to get the Sammy Sosa skin treatment.
Yeah, and then put on the Dustin Hoffman
Howard
wig.
Stern wig.
Yeah. Tootsie. All right, so anyway, this is how annoying work group text could be, right?
I get it.
And then after seeing what I'm going through, I'm like, what? Why would you write that? Why? What are you talking? All it takes is one look at the page to be like, oh, but whatever. Then I realized that at the highest possible levels, group texts that are just as annoying are happening all around us, right? So they put this guy, Jeffrey Goldberg, on the group text. They don't know he's on the group text. Jeffrey Goldberg does not respond in the group text because he doesn't want, he wants to stay in the group text, obviously. So they start talking about bombing like the Tutsis and bombing Yemen, right?
Yeah.
So J.D. Vance writes, at Pete Hegseth, if you think we should do it, let's go. I just hate bailing Europe out again.
Everyone's like, shut up, JD.
Let's just make sure our messaging is tight here. See, this is hot dog language.
Yes.
This is corporate language.
I'm telling you, JD is hot dog.
Let's just make sure our messaging is tight here. And if there are things we can do up front to minimize risk to Saudi oil facilities, we should do it. So not only is it like, oh, he's doing corporate speak even in like a vice president, text, but also he's like, hey, these are where our priorities are, which is interesting. Then Pete Hegseth writes, I fully share your loathing of European freeloading. It's pathetic. And I'm sitting there going, I thought you guys just make this shit up on podcasts. Like, you're texting this to each other, too? I thought this was just, like, when you want to get people fired up and, like, you want to, get the base going. And so you put out, like, a reel or something.
No, I mean, this has been going on for the history of politics.
They love it.
Yeah, like, if you read, like, old historical documents from the 1700s, the founders were constantly shit-talking each other.
They're just so petty.
Oh, yeah.
That's so great.
It's just a bunch of rich guys who want control over shit.
But they don't. I would have thought that they would be like a little bit more strategic and covering it up.
Nope. Well, I don't think they realized that Cheyenne was hiding in the.
Yeah, that they put Hot Dog, the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, on the group text. I guess that's a good point. And he says, but Mike is correct. We are the only ones on the planet on our side of the ledger who can do this. Nobody else even close. Question is timing. I feel like now is a good time, as good a time as any, given POTUS directive to reopen shipping lanes. I think we should go. But POTUS still retains 24 hours of decision space. And then,
I'm just saying, like, hey, look.
Bless you.
God bless you. Hey, look, we're in charge. It's POTUS's decision. I'm the man here. Nobody on this thread shouldn't be here.
Right. And then you get to the next screenshot, which is the Houthi PC small group, which somehow Jeff Goldberg ended up on, the Atlantic's editor-in-chief. And John Ratcliffe says, a good start. And Michael Waltz hits him with a fist bump, American flag, flame emoji. Which is sick.
That's how,
Fist bump, American flag.
I think this is after the
flame.
bombing.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I would imagine. I have to imagine.
This is the celebration.
Bombing the Houthis is what resulted in the fist bump, the American flag, and the flame emoji.
Well, yeah, because you got to let them know.
And then Mar, I don't know who Mar is. M-A-R.
Probably Mars.
Marcelino.
Yeah.
Says, good job, Pete and your team. Which, again, very hot dog corporate language. Your team. Michael Waltz says, the team in MAL did a great job as well. SM says, great work all. Powerful start. And Jeffrey Goldberg from The Atlantic, the editor-in-chief, is like, what the fuck? Are they planning, like, acts of war and celebrating them in the group chat?
Probably a fun happy hour coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, Mike. I didn't see any martini drink emojis.
That's right. There should be
to the next slide.
There should be a see you guys later martini glass.
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink.
Clink.
So, yeah, and then he writes this whole article about how, I mean, there was way more in here. I'm on this group text. This is the craziest thing ever. And I mean, it is. This is way bigger even than when Giuliani butt dialed CNN and just left a message on the machine. Like, this is
crazy.
It's insane. However, it might not be true.
Oh.
Right. Because Pete Hegseth, who was the guy, and this sucks because in the group text, everybody was like, yeah, you're the man now, dog. They loved him.
You rule.
And who would have thought that the group text about how much he rules has now come back to haunt him because he sent it to the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. But he actually had a pretty good way of dealing with it, I think.
Looking forward to it. One question.
Can you share how your information about war plans against the Houthis in Yemen was shared with a journalist in The Atlantic? And were those details classified?
You're talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again, to include the hoaxes of Russia, fine people on both sides hoax, or suckers and losers hoax. So this is the guy that peddles in garbage. What he does. I would love to comment on the Houthi campaign because of the skill and courage of our troops. I've monitored it very closely.
He did get big
from
props
the beginning. And you see, we've been managing 4 years of deferred maintenance under the Trump administration. Our troops, our sailors were getting shot at as targets. Our ships couldn't sail through.
Can you pause for a
and
sec?
when they did shoot back.
He's bigging himself up right now. They weren't asking about the mission. They were asking, like, did you send classified information to the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic? I do like that he's like, that guy's a big liar anyway. That guy sucks.
Well, luckily for Community Notes, they cleared it all up.
Okay, I'll read those, and let's get to, I don't want to cut off Mr. Hegseth.
It was purely defensively, or at shacks in Yemen. President Trump said, no more. We will reestablish deterrence, we will open freedom of navigation, and we will ultimately decimate the Houthis, which is exactly what we're doing as we speak from the beginning, overwhelmingly.
Why were those details?
Okay, so that's not... He's just saying the information in the group text was accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then also, if the information in the group text was accurate, but Jeffrey Goldberg is lying.
He said you can't trust this guy. He peddles in smut.
But you guys agree on that information about the Houthis? Or no?
He just says, like, I would love to talk about that because they're doing a great job.
Right. So, there was some context. So it says, misleading. The Atlantic included screenshots from the Signal chat. And that's it. Oh, there's more. Also, the White House has confirmed the issue. Okay, because I did see that. The White House said, that appears to be a real chat. That's all we want to say about it, but that appears to be a real group text. Okay, House Speaker Mike Johnson, who you may remember from the UFC audience,
right,
and the McDonald's airplane. House Speaker Mike Johnson, confirmed it.
Yeah.
Okay, then there actually is a little more. The National Security Council confirmed it to the BBC. Mike, British Broadcasting, not.
Oh, I thought maybe that's what the eggplant emojis in the text chat.
I get that. This is also the National Security Council confirmed it to Fox News. Okay.
Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not 100% because he's saying like that guy sucks. You can't trust him. By the way, the screenshots of the text do back up everything that I just said to you. And so then they asked President Trump about it because this is the buck stops up top, right? The buck stops with the president, and this is what he had to say.
Your reaction to the story in The Atlantic that said that some of your top cabinet officials and aides had been discussing very sensitive material through Signal and included an Atlantic reporter for that. What is your response to that?
I don't know anything about it. I'm not a big fan of The Atlantic. To me, it's a magazine that's going out of business. I think it's not much of a magazine, but I know nothing about it. Okay. You're saying that they had what?
They were using Signal to coordinate on sensitive materials and
having to do with what? Having to do with what? What were they talking about?
With the Houthis.
The Houthis? You mean the attack on the Houthis? Right. Well, it couldn't have been very effective because the attack was very effective. I can tell you that. I don't know anything about it.
I don't think there's any question as to whether or not the attack. I mean, we saw the fist bump. We saw the fist bump American flag fire emoji. Mm-hmm. Why do they keep? The Atlantic did not. Maybe it did. I only read the screenshots to tell you the truth. I didn't read. Did the Atlantic say that it was a bad attack? Okay.
No.
They're saying no. Our focus is more the fact that we knew about the attack because I was on the group text.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think what he's saying is, don't these nerds realize we kicked their ass anyway?
Right. If your question is, did we kick their ass? Yeah, we kicked their ass. And they're like, is this classified information? And they're saying, no, you can tell everybody. We kicked the shit out of them. Okay. I guess if that's their positioning, and by the way, the Atlantic's going out of business. It doesn't feel like they're tackling the issue at hand 100%, but
that's what you have to do, just deflect.
Yeah, that's all. This is one big ping pong game.
Yeah, and just deflect for a long enough time, and then people move on to the next subject.
Right, and and that's what he'll do. He's doing the weave right now. Is what he's doing. Remember the weave?
I like where he plays like he's asking questions, like trying to get to the bottom of what you're talking about. Like, wait, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What?
And by the way, if you don't have all the details, then how do you expect me to answer? Okay, next question. Next question. We kicked their ass, by the way. Is there more?
From Trump?
Yeah, from the president. He'll probably get into it.
Well, it couldn't have been very effective because the attack was very effective. I can tell you that. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time. Anybody else?
Anything else?
I'm not interested in it anymore.
You're telling me about it for the first time, but I want no more information about it.
Massive national security leak? No, I don't. Yeah.
I feel like.
Any other questions?
Yeah. I mean, even on a very low level, if there was a group text that you guys, I was not on, and you guys were sending whatever, it was just show information to like another show, I'd be like, this is completely unacceptable, right? Like you can't just run around adding random people to a group text. This is crazy. This is crazy behavior, especially news outlets.
You can't expect them to tell the truth, though. They wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, we fucked up. We added this guy accidentally.
But you got to fire somebody, and then what's the excuse?
You do kind of have to fire somebody.
If you're saying this didn't happen, which is what Hegseth is saying, everybody else is saying, no, it did happen.
It did.
But, then what does he say?
He said, well, or you just say something totally outlandish that has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
That way.
You answer the question that you want to answer.
Right.
Not the question that was asked.
You're right.
Yeah, like, we kicked their ass. By the way, I'm outlawing fat chicks. And everybody goes, what did he just say about the fat chicks? And then everybody forgets about it.
Exactly.
The whole text. Yeah.
Put that above the fold.
Yeah.
No fat chicks.
See, you've already forgotten about the group text, Mike.
There should be a constitutional amendment.
Yeah.
Stop them at the border.
Okay. I think you've totally. I'm not advocating to outlaw that.
We send the fat chicks to that jail in El Salvador. They'll lose weight, and then we bring them back in.
I'm not. That's not what I was saying. I was saying you'd say something ridiculous and outlandish.
Eat a meager diet down there.
I think we've lost you.
He's making some excellent points.
No, I'm not saying he's not. But again, this is kind of like what Trump and Hegseth did. This isn't really what I was talking about. I was more just saying, flip another plane upside down. And let's talk about why that plane's upside down,
Do we know how he got added to the group chat? How does a random reporter get added to?
No.
The only theory that I've read that people have is that his initials match the initials of somebody that would have been on the group text, and somebody was like, oh, yeah, whatever, and they just added him real quick.
So Mike Waltz is the person who added him. So there's two issues here. One, how do you just add a random person to your Signal group text?
I mean, it does happen. I've been added, there's other Troys in people's phone book, and I'll get added to something.
Yeah, but you're not also planning to bomb Yemen.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean...
And did it have anything to do with the Houthis?
And then the second issue is that Signal it's a commercial app. It's not safe.
Well, yeah, it's one of those, it's like using DuckDuckGo for national security.
Right. There's other ways to do this.
Right. It's available in the App Store.
Yeah.
There's, you could do a live read for it on a podcast.
Hey, jump on Signal real quick. We're planning the bombing. I don't have it. I'll just go to the App Store.
No, don't worry. I was using a VPN.
But maybe that's the deflection, is just using something that's there. People wouldn't be that dumb to have classified information on an app that's available to everybody. It's the joke's on them, because they do.
Do you think that they'll fire the guy who added him?
I think Mike Waltz will be. Yeah, he'll either resign or be fired.
Someone's getting thrown under.
I don't
the
think
bus.
he survives. No, because everybody agrees that he is the one that added Goldberg.
And then Mike Waltz. Well, yeah, but we all knew. We all saw who was on the thing, right, guys?
Also, you can't really, and I'm not defending her at all, but you can't really complain about Hillary's emails for 10 years and then be like, no, Signal's fine.
You're right.
Signal's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah. Or Obama's BlackBerry.
Yeah. Yeah, but this just seems like
it's not that different.
The dumbest thing to do.
It's totally stupid.
It's not that different from using WhatsApp.
No.
Well, but this is unencrypted on an iPhone.
No, it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he survives.
No.
And he feels disposable as compared to everybody
I'm sure,
around him.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's going to take the bullet on this one? He will. Anyway, moving on. But it is going to be tough if they bring stuff up like that again.
Yeah.
And then go, weren't you on Signal?
Yeah. What about Signal, bro?
Yeah, but that's when we kicked the Houthis' asses. It's when we won that thing. The deflection is artful.
It really is.
It's kind of wild that they both... It's like they read the same book.
I mean, they all read the same book.
That they both went, boom, here we go.
Everyone on every side reads the same book about how to answer a question without answering it. And one time out of 50 does a reporter say, well, you didn't really answer the question.
Yeah.
You know? Because the reporters are just as you know, a bad part of this as anybody else, because they don't follow up. They don't say, you didn't answer my question.
Of course. They're just playing the game.
They're just like, okay,
yeah.
Here's the next question.
Yeah, and I'm sure on some level they probably want to extend the story longer, right?
Of course. They want more clicks.
Yeah.
They want you to know that Chick-fil-A is coming to Costco.
Oh, they fucking got me on that one. I'm still getting over that.
That really got on your tits today, didn't it?
Well, because I was like, oh, I'm going for nugs. There's no nugs, just the sauce.
You just got to go across the street now.
But now I'm leaving Costco to get lunch. It doesn't feel right.
No,
it feels bad.
It's weird.
It feels bad.
Yeah. They have the best pizza in the world.
Well, it's not expensive. We'll take a break. We got a lot to cover today. Stay right there. We'll be back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We're back. We're back. We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Didn't get to celebrate yesterday because we were too busy celebrating Travis's birthday in one of the great birthday celebrations that there's ever been.
Of all time.
All time.
I appreciate it.
Yes. Cookies galore.
Oh, thank you.
But there was a big anniversary of, I would say, one of the most, first of all, another one of my favorite sports moments of all time. Oh. You know, this is right up there with my favorite bowling moment ever. Who do you think you are? I am. Mm-hmm. But this is technically, I guess, a basketball moment.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Technically.
Technically, to me, it's more of an anniversary of one of the great moments in sports broadcasting. And this video goes back so far that there's an eBalms world.
That's where it came from.
Like tag on it. Yeah, and it still is like embedded in the original video. Back in the day when like there was actually any kind of hope for anybody getting credit for anything on the internet. Yeah, I mean, this was like before you would find stuff on YouTube. It's literally 20 years ago. But to me, still funny. I feel like if it came out today, we would still laugh at it. And it came out right at the right time. So 2005. That's nuts. I know. But it
really makes you feel old.
It's crazy that this is 20 years ago. And it's just this dumb viral video. But it's also like this poor kid. 20 years this thing has lasted. Nice. Oh, let people have their laughs, and it'll just go away on its own. Yeah, it'll go, no, you didn't know. I mean, Hawk Tuah has a better chance of going away than this kid. There's something about those early memes. They just hit so hard.
Well, because everybody experienced them.
Right.
And you could easily have missed Hawk Tuah.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, because it was only over because that's the thing. When they hit hard and they cast that wide net immediately, it's a weekend and that's it. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure that there are memes that I was obsessed with 3 months ago that I've forgotten about already.
Of course.
And if you play them for me again, I go, oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, I get that. But, like, these were almost like the way a rumor would spread through across multiple schools, where everybody heard those same rumors of a certain generation. But it's because somehow over the course of years, they just spread from, kid to kid to kid to kid. This is the same way. Like viral is not viral anymore.
No.
Like it's big, but it's not viral. The idea of viral is that over time it spreads until it has spread so far you can't even remember where it started. It changes everything. And to me, this kid changed everything. Danielle, you love the 2000s.
Oh yeah.
You watch that VH1 show, I love the 2000s.
Yep.
Do you know? Because last week, we found out that you didn't know about We'll Do It Live, Fuck It. Mm-mm. You found out for the first time.
Yeah.
You'll never look at Bill O'Reilly the same way again.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know about that one.
Right. You know about Boom Goes the Dynamite?
No. Wait. No.
What?
Looking at this kid right now, I don't recognize
this is going to be great.
You might know the sound, because this is one of those sounds that has probably been recycled over and over again. I would imagine that at some point, TikTok found out that that this was out there and used it as a sound at some point, I would imagine. But this kid, he's in his college television station.
Yeah, so he volunteered when the main broadcaster wasn't available, and
he's got dreams. I mean,
he was a freshman.
By the way, clearly not a Syracuse freshman, okay? Because if he were a Syracuse broadcaster, I don't think this would be viral.
No, this would be
State. This would be viral because it'd be like, oh my God, look, we found the future of broadcasting.
You weren't even in broadcasting.
Shut the fuck up.
Sociology major.
Shut the fuck up. It's got a great broadcasting school.
You didn't even go to school for this.
Shut up.
That's how easy it is.
Shut up.
For you.
Troy, don't listen to him. I went to the broadcast.
I stopped listening to him a long time ago.
Good. I went to broadcasting school at Syracuse.
I don't think you did.
I thought you did.
Did I go to Syracuse?
Yes.
What do I do for a living?
You're a broadcaster. You're the last professional.
So then, where's the lie? Where's the lie?
What's your degree say?
Anyway, so this kid is.
So yeah, he was a 19-year-old.
all off track.
So
anyway,
so this kid, he was 19 years old. He was a freshman at Ball State. He had never hosted a television broadcast before.
That's hard to believe. Can you believe that? The truly unfair nature of the internet. Your first time, and it's not even like he posted this on the internet.
Regular anchor canceled last minute.
Oh.
They were like, hey, you want to jump in? And he, at the time, thought, sure, how hard can it be?
And like, really, somebody saw it on their local college, the Ball State website or something. It was probably up. They were able to rip it down. They probably had some software that they had downloaded because it was 2005. It wasn't that easy to just screen grab stuff. And then they put it up on eBalms World so they could just show their friends. But then their friends showed their friends. And their friends' friends showed their friends. And their friends' friends showed their friends. And all of a sudden, 20 years later, here we are going, this shaped our lives.
The circle of life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Wheel of Fortune.
So what apparently happened, and he
Through
was on-
despair and hope.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
He was on. He had a web redemption years later.
Leave it to Tosh.
Yep. And he said that what happened was that the guy working the teleprompter, who's also inexperienced,
it's a college station. Everybody's inexperienced.
Fast forwarded too fast. So then he turned to his he turned to his paper notes, which were all out of order.
Of course they were.
And
Everything
then we got this.
Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I mean, look, I remember when I was broadcasting in Syracuse at the college radio station.
Sociology, maybe.
It wasn't the FM station, it was the AM station. The AM station was a little bit more rinky-dink.
Sure.
And I remember being there, and I had the 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. shift. It was the good one. It was tough, dude. It was tough. And I was sitting there, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing my show. And there was a note, they had sent out an email that said that the AM signal, the AM tower had gone down weeks ago, so the AM signal wasn't working. I said, no problem. The stream works, right? And I get there, and they're like, don't bother connecting to the stream. The stream's down. I go, okay, whatever. And I start doing my show. And I'm probably a half hour in. And I go, wait a minute. The stream's down. The AM signal hasn't worked in weeks. Nobody can hear this. I'm broadcasting. I'm just sitting in this room talking into this mic. I might as well be sitting on the toilet just talking to a wall. There's nobody that can possibly hear this. So I put in a CD recorder and just started doing the show anyway. But
smart.
But you don't know. You're just trying to figure things out. Yeah. It doesn't occur to you. Your instincts aren't built yet to realize that either you're talking to nobody or you're just not equipped to broadcast sports just yet. And unfortunately, this young gentleman, 20 years ago, figured it out.
The Indiana Pacers are looking for a measure of revenge tonight against the New Jersey Nets and to strengthen their playoff hopes. The Nets won the last Sunday's matchup 94-85, which left the Pacers one game behind the Chicago in the 7th series spot. Let's check out
that's where it's going. That's where he lost it.
He's going too fast.
Because he said the Chicago.
The Chicago.
That's where he lost it, and the guy on the teleprompter is just spin.
Just eating Doritos.
Yeah. Hey.
Check out the highlights.
Now he's going through his paper. Nope.
Steven Jackson's David. Reggie Miller's looking good. He shoots a 3, and it's good. Later, he gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
There it was.
Passes it to the man.
Passes it to the man, and boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, that one right.
There it was. Boom goes the dynamite. Because at some point you can hear it. He's shuffling through. I think it was when he was talking about Reggie. He realized, I'm just going to have to rely on my instincts. I'm going to have to call the tape.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use my notes anymore. I'm just going to call this. Pass it to the man, and boom goes the dynamite. I mean, I would say we should use that as a drop if it wasn't used as a drop on every radio show for decades. It's the most famous, one of the most famous drops to ever come from the internet.
Do you want to see how it continues?
Yeah, but bring us back to before he passes it to the man.
Later, he gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Passes it to the man.
Pass it to the man, and boom goes the dynamite. I mean,
the final scores ended up with the Pacers 63 to the Nets 61.
Nice.
The Associated Press of the All-American first team in college baseball was announced today at Utah's 7-foot sophomore.
That's a basketball.
What? No.
He said baseball.
He's just broadcasting.
There's a basketball next to him.
He's extremely nervous.
Yeah.
It's his first time.
He recovers.
Oh, good.
But this is actually,
good stuff.
Of the All-American first team in college baseball was announced today at Utah's 7-foot sophomore center Andrew Bogut.
A 7-foot baseball player? I mean, that strike zone must be insane. I don't know if I've ever seen a 7-foot baseball player before.
Yeah, that happened. Randy Johnson.
That's true. The big unit.
Yeah.
leading vote receiving 61st place votes.
Receiving.
Bogart, who is an Australian native, received very little attention in the preseason, but averaged 20 points and 12 rebounds a game for Utah. The 4 other players joining Bogart on the AP team are senior forward Wayne Summers and Kansas, and Hacken Warwick of Syracuse.
Nice.
Junior guard J.J. Redick of Duke and sophomore.
It's Hakeem Warwick, okay? He said Hakem.
What? No.
He said Hakem Warwick, Syracuse.
No.
It's Hakeem Warwick.
Let's go back.
Everybody remembers Hakeem Warwick.
I mean, I remember J.J. Redick. I remember Chris Paul.
Hakeem Warwick played with Melo. He got into the NBA.
Hakeem
Warwick.
Never heard that name before.
Prince Hakeem.
Let's go back.
12 rebounds a game for Utah. The 4 other players joining Bogart on the AP team are senior forward Wayne Summers of Kansas, and Hacken Warwick of Syracuse.
George Hackenschmidt. Hacken Warwick.
Syracuse. Junior guard J.J. Redick of Duke and sophomore guard Chris Paul of Wake Forest rebounded out the list. Let's check out some of the scores tonight.
Okay. All right, I guess we're checking them out. We got a graphic up with them. That works.
Okay.
That's my favorite part.
Where he is just. We go back to a 3-shot now. You know, the sports guy. He sits, to the left of the anchors. And when they come back, he's still, I think, looking at his single, or he's either looking at his single or he's looking at the monitor with the graphic on it. But either way, he's looking in the wrong direction, mouth agape. And the good-looking college anchors are okay.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for that look into sports, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look how low he's sitting, too.
Well, he's hunched over now, right? That posture tells you everything you need to know. He realizes that went poorly.
I mean, the whole sports segment was 4 minutes. That must have felt like a lifetime.
I mean, dude, when you got a live mic and things are going bad, what can you do? What can you do? And there's no getting around it. It sucks when it goes that bad. That you almost want to look at the people next to you going, was that bad? And when they go, yeah, that was really bad. Everybody in the world is going to watch it.
But he rebounded. He found a career in broadcasting.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was a reporter for a TV news station in Texas,
That's great.
Ohio, and then Minnesota.
That's great.
Is he still doing it?
I don't know if he's still doing it.
Well, what are you talking about?
He's a young guy.
Yeah,
there.
why are you trying to...
He's like 40.
Hopefully he's still doing it.
He's got to be an anchor somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's see. Boom Goes the Dynamite has its own Wikipedia page. He probably doesn't. No, he doesn't.
What a hater.
Who? Wikipedia?
You.
No.
You didn't have to point that out. Before you even read it, you said he probably does not.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
I was making an assumption. I was right.
Okay, they got him on the Best Damn Sports Show.
Yeah.
That was a cool show.
Let's see. Oh, this is him. Yep, that's him.
Are you doxing him?
No, he's on LinkedIn.
Oh, I didn't know if LinkedIn was technically a dox.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. What's his face in Chicago?
You better not be. You have to, I guess, log in. See if,
He's in Ohio.
Shout out.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He is.
He redeemed himself.
And he's, just because he was on a web redemption doesn't mean
he
was redeemed himself. Do you have his web redemption?
Yeah.
I mean, because he really was. You just can't understand the level of icon that this dude was.
State rival Indiana tomorrow. Tomorrow's game will be the meeting between the two, beating both.
This is a different one.
This is the earlier in the broadcast.
Oh, gotcha. We skipped it.
It seems
Why are they laughing?
Week player on. It seems every week they have a player. Steven Jackson's David. Later, he gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Ow! Woo! That's that guy!
Boom! Get in!
All right!
I got a hot story.
Time Josh puts so
Daniel,
much
I don't
work.
think you can park here. This is a handicap spot.
Listen, between my IBS and your inability to read a teleprompter, I think we qualify. Let's go. Brian, what, was this a class or was this like the school broadcast? What was it?
Here's the thing. A lot of people forget this. That was college. And not only college, that was my freshman year. And first time being on air, period. I had never stepped in front of a camera really before then. And I was doing it on the fly, too. And I was covering something I really didn't know anything about.
You know what he's got?
Charisma?
He's got big Jaleel White / Carlton from Fresh Prince energy.
Well, yeah,
Alfonso Ribeiro.
He's more than the clip.
Where it's like every time they appear on camera, like you can see it in their eyes, you can see it in the way they gesticulate, you can see it in the way they say their words. Everything that they do is to try to convince you that they are not the guy from the clip. I am not Steve Urkel. I am Jaleel White. Yeah, no. I thought the same thing was funny that you thought, right? And it's like, no, dude. I'm not that guy doing the Carlton dance.
No, that was a character.
Right. And now he's like, here's what you got to remember. And I'm like, I
don't want to remember that.
Like, and it's to me always not a great strategy. I think the strategy has to be like, yeah, this is hilarious and embarrassing. Like, don't justify it. By just being natural, it will kind of make it okay. You seem like a great guy, blah, blah, blah. When you're fighting to prove that you are not that.
Maybe that's just the beginning.
I mean, I'm pretty good at picking up instincts.
Okay, you are. That's part of your sociology degree.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up about that. It's a broadcasting degree. Shut up.
You say so.
I went to Newhouse.
I don't think you did.
Shut up.
Sports or just basketball?
I really knew a lot about sports, but not about basketball. It's clearly something I should have thought about right before I went on air. Is maybe at least I should have researched the names or something,
It read honest. It was like, oh, look at this. He's in over his head, and you want them to triumph. But it just never happened. How long were you on the air for that segment?
Yeah, I just remember the seconds feeling like they were slowing down. I kept hoping that they were going to
Kendrick
pull
jeans
me.
on too, huh?
Yeah, he does.
He's wearing Kendrick Lamar jeans.
Yeah, that's probably just what he usually wears. I don't think he's like a trendsetter.
No.
Like Kendrick.
You think he still wears those? I mean, this is an old clip. You don't think he still wears those jeans, do you?
It's only posted 3 years ago.
Oof.
But I think it's about 15 years.
I hope it's 15 years.
Yeah, so that was the first time they were cool.
Yeah.
Right. Now they're cool again because Kendrick.
He's just a cool guy. Why are you shitty on this guy?
He's wearing Kendrick jeans. Kendrick's the coolest.
All right.
Who's shitty,
That's a good point.
Were you on the air for that segment?
Yeah, I just remember the seconds feeling like they were slowing down. I kept hoping that they were going to pull me.
They were just going to let you
they thought,
sink.
nope, we're gonna let this happen. We're gonna enjoy this.
What did you do later on that night?
I walked home in the rain.
Oh, that's a beautiful moment. Did you come up with Boom Goes the Dynamite, and how did you come up with it?
My friends that we all just kind of got paired up in college, we used to play Mario Kart a lot. And that's what we did, is we all kind of came up with our own catchphrases. And
so when you would play Mario...
I can't. It's making it worse.
Why? He's giving you the backstory to Boom Goes the Dynamite. Came from Mario Kart.
We didn't need it.
No, I don't need it. We can click out.
Okay. No problem, guys.
It's making it
I'm
worse.
not going to be shitty.
Well, he's got he and his friends have their own catchphrases in Mario Kart?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind playing Mario Kart. I play Mario Kart. I don't mind. Mario Kart's a lot of fun.
Well, we can't say your catchphrases on air. That's the problem.
Almost.
Soon.
Almost. Yeah, but I can't tell you that I have catchphrases.
All right.
They're like, this is my Mario Kart catchphrase. When I win, I say this thing. I just go, it's a me! I do
You
the
do
fun.
that?
Yeah, I do. Or I go like this, I'm Bowser. Or, whatever.
You just...
Luigi!
Okay, you just say the name of the person.
I'm Toad.
that you are. Even
Well,
if-
sometimes
okay.
I don't know all the phrases. Right? I'm the princess. Something like that.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And I go like, I am Wario.
It's the guy that Elon pretended to be on.
That's right. That was a fun one for me because I'm a Mario Kart guy. I am Waluigi. It's very similar, but, they're brothers.
Okay.
Are Wario and Waluigi brothers?
Wario and Waluigi?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because Mario and Luigi are brothers, and Wario is the Mario enemy, and Waluigi... And is it Wario and Waluigi Wario?
Okay, while there was early speculation and some source material,
Good.
suggesting Wario and Waluigi were brothers. Nintendo has since officially stated they are not related. They are instead considered partners in crime or friends.
Wow, that's even more scary.
Yeah.
You're like, these two choose to be together and they're that evil?
Like Mario and Luigi, they're together. They're blood.
They're blood. There's no separating those two. That's Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. There's no...
Oh, no. That's how everybody...
That's who they were based on. There's no separating those guys. Those are brothers.
But Wario and Waluigi...
Also, like, what are the odds that, like, Wario is just chilling, hating Mario so much, and then he just meets this other random dude that hates Luigi?
With the same face.
Right. Like, totally.
They actually have, like, literally the same face.
Wario and Waluigi?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have to be at least cousins.
Maybe they are cousins.
Seriously.
But it's, I mean... I feel like we would know by now. Do we have a last name confirmation? Because, like...
Last name of Waluigi?
Wario and Waluigi.
Those might not even be their real names.
Oh, do you think they've just taken on this identity?
Yeah, it's possible. Because, I mean, if you're going to be doing crime...
Wait, Waluigi has a Wikipedia and that kid from Boom Goes Dynamite doesn't?
I don't know if you need to say it like that.
That sucks.
And it's a long Wikipedia.
There's so much about Waluigi. Yeah. I thought they just kind of threw him in.
Nah, like, I'm going to need a day.
Who's that guy?
Oh, that's Charles Martinet.
Who voiced Waluigi. Can
For
you
22
imagine?
years.
Why would you need to voice Waluigi?
Luigi.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you could do all of it now with AI. They need to see one sentence.
Oh, yeah, that's why he
again.
stopped working in 2022.
We got him. Yeah, why would you need... You need to say it once. Once you got it on... Once you got that, you're good to go.
Oh, no, they got a new guy.
What?
Yeah.
To do what?
Maybe he died. No, he's alive.
Why do you think he died?
Because why would they fire him to get a new guy?
How old is he?
The original?
Mm-hmm.
69.
Nice.
Nice.
I saw that already. Yeah. That's why I asked.
Kevin Afghani is 28.
That's not as good.
That's probably why they got him. Cheap.
28-year-olds are cheap. Yeah, but when you want... I would wait till next year to fire the old guy.
Why? So he's 70?
I think it'd be funny to have somebody around who's 69.
You think in the Nintendo offices they're
they're like, we can't fire him. Why? Because he's 69.
They're like, hey, where's Charles?
I'd ask him all the time, at least 2-3 times a week. Charles, we're getting down some company info. How old are you? And he go,
I'm 69.
I go, got it. Thank you, Charles.
Waluigi was introduced when Wario needed a doubles partner in Mario Tennis.
Like, that's what I mean. How could you have a Wikipedia this long for somebody that was invented for Mario Tennis?
Well, it was implied that Waluigi had a history with Luigi that was similar to Mario and Wario's rivalry.
That feels a little retconny.
Retconning? What are you talking about?
A little retconning. I don't know that I believe that the history's always been there.
All right.
To introduce a new character and be like, no. They have a deep history. We just didn't mention it. That's retconning.
Okay.
But hell of a tennis player, so, I'm not one to complain. I also, I do go on these rabbit holes sometimes to find out information like this. You know what? I just found out that makes perfect sense. Now, technically, I guess this is a rumor. It hasn't been confirmed, but a lot of people involved have said, yeah, that's 100% true. And when you hear it, you go, holy shit, that makes all the sense in the world. And I don't think I had heard this before. Travis, you like Killers of the Flower Moon, right?
Yeah. I thought it was great.
Did anybody else see it? I know it was a little lengthy for Troy.
Way too long.
It's long.
How long?
Like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little more than 3 hours.
Can't do it.
Right.
I'd have to break it up.
But you loved it.
You're allowed to do that. I did.
You loved it, yeah. So, we know that originally in Killers of the Flower Moon, Leonardo DiCaprio was going to play the role that Jesse Plemons played.
Yes.
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 And that was the original script and everything.
Yes.
They completely changed the script.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And not only, and by the way, the Native American people were barely in the first script. Like, they added so much more for all of them in this rewrite. But the thing that made me go...
considering that it was based on a book.
I know.
Okay.
But the thing that made me go, oh my God, do you know who did the rewrite?
Quentin Tarantino.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then you go, oh, it totally was written like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. There's very few people who can come out with like a movie that's that long, and I'm glued to it the whole time. But There Will Be Blood is one of those movies that I'm glued to it the whole time. Even his earlier movies, like Boogie Nights is not a short movie. Punch Drunk Love, like none of these movies are short movies. But when you start to realize, like, think about that movie now, Travis.
What, Punch Drunk Love?
No, but you can think about that if you want. That's a great movie.
You can't stop me.
But Killers of the Flower Moon, realizing that was primarily written actually by Paul Thomas Anderson, even though he doesn't have credit on it,
right?
It makes all the sense in the world. Like, it feels, in the way it moves and the way the characters act, like it feels way more like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie than I ever would have thought before I read this thing.
Major claim was made by The Guardian's Charles Bramesco. This is last year, too.
Yeah.
He says The Killers of the Flower Moon was not written by Eric Roth, but rather by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
That it became that the
script overhaul.
He was technically like brought in to
punch it up.
Right. Like that was the idea, but he pretty much rewrote the whole thing and just didn't put his name on it. And the original screenwriter, and then there's like quotes from the original screenwriter that said, I like the movie, but that, like, he liked the movie.
Right.
But it wasn't the one, like, he had written a different movie.
And then this was updated with other sources.
Yeah.
Backing it up.
Yeah.
Saying the PTA did, in fact, take part in rewriting a good portion of the script. Blah, blah, blah. There may be something, a rumor about him rewriting significant portions of Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Checked with a person with ties. He didn't pour water on it. He called Anderson an artist and said anything he may have done, rewrite-wise, could only have helped. So, like, yeah, not denying it. That's insane. I didn't know that.
Nuts, right?
Yeah.
Like, and the way they talk about it, they all seem like, no, he definitely wrote this entire movie, but we can't say that.
Probably didn't want to be credited.
Right, right. And he made some deal where, don't credit me.
Huh.
And he feels like one of those guys. Like, I probably wouldn't want to piss off Paul Thomas Anderson or Martin Scorsese in Hollywood.
Sure, yeah.
So, like,
that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, yeah. But like and then like after I read this, I started thinking about the movie. Now I want to watch the movie again.
I will watch it again now.
Yeah, with this context. But even when I'm just thinking about the scenes in the movie and the way the characters kind of evolve in this like very, very slow way, and the fact that there aren't these, because Paul Thomas Anderson, especially his later stuff, like, he doesn't make movies where there are these sort of, no, they're not like a movie. But he doesn't make movies where these characters have these dramatic moments where that's the shift, right, and now they're going over here, right, where a lot of other people do because they're trying to keep it snappy and keep it moving. But and then it makes all the sense in the world that the transition of these characters are so gradual in this movie, and you almost like, you definitely start in a completely different place than you started. You start in a completely different place than you end, but you don't feel like you've made this huge change until you get to the end and you realized how much has changed. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I became obsessed with this on like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Sunday. I was reading, because I was like, no way, and I started finding all these other articles of all these other people who had said little quotes. People making articles where there are all these little quotes about it, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
And it makes perfect sense. Like, it's not one of those, once you know, it's not one of those where you go, no way, I couldn't picture that. Like, as soon as you know, you go, oh, 100%, that feels like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
Yeah, and I guess Eric Roth is, yeah, like you said, I have mixed feelings about the final movie.
Yeah, he's probably not thrilled.
No, but he doesn't want to be like, oh, I didn't write that.
Right.
I know I'm credited, but I didn't write it.
It's almost like the reverse of the Prestige, where like he's just getting all this applause.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Whereas Paul Thomas Anderson is the guy under the stage. I love the idea of being the guy under the stage. I'd much rather be the guy under the stage than drunken Wolverine accepting all the applause every night.
What was her name? Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia?
Oh, yeah.
She was apparently one of the biggest like script rewriters in Hollywood.
Really?
Like uncredited all the time, but people would just send her stuff and punch it up.
I mean,
like, she punched up so many movies that you don't even know about.
It's not that different in music either. There are these guys that are these like prolific producers. Like, I mean, Benny Blanco is only famous now, but he's been making hits on hits on hits. Like he did that whole Ed Sheeran record before anybody outside the industry really knew who he was. Like he was on Lil Dicky.
That's how I found out about him.
Yeah. And he was great on that show.
He's getting naked with Lil Dicky.
Yeah, but I didn't know who he was when he was on Lil Dicky.
No.
And now it's like, no. He's like one of the more important people in music.
Yeah. Well, look at what's-her-face from Four Non Blondes.
Yeah, Linda Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's responsible for a whole
She's
era
written a shitload of hits.
But I mean, I really feel like that's the secret. That like if you can figure out how to make good money, stay relevant in the industry, and not have to be famous, that sounds awesome. Some people only want to be famous, and that's fine, but it sounds like amazing if you can figure out that path. And then you get to marry Selena Gomez. So it's like...
Well, I don't know if that's the path that it takes every
You get to.
time. That's the final path?
Who's Benny Blanco married to?
Not Selena Gomez. He's currently engaged.
They're going to get married.
Yeah, probably.
You know why they're going to get married?
Because they seem good for each other.
No, because he gets to.
Oh.
Because he took the path.
Doesn't Sia do that? Doesn't not get married to Selena Gomez, but doesn't she write like a ton of like?
She did. I think
She
probably
was like, I want something from me.
She wanted to get famous. I think. I don't know. But
I don't think her song did well, did it? She had like her own song, or she was like.
She did
she
well.
had a hit.
She had a couple hits.
Yeah,
big
that
hits.
album was a massive hit.
But then I don't think it followed up well. I think
Sia?
that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Chandelier was huge.
Chandelier. Yes. Yeah. But what happened? Like she has such a unique voice that like she got famous for Chandelier, and then I think she had one more too.
I think it's Chandelier.
Chandelier, and then I think she had one more too. Except then you started like looking at all the songs that she's written and produced, and so many of them sound exactly like her. Like that Rihanna song Diamonds just sounds like a Sia song. And now that we know what a Sia song sounds like, I think it probably makes it very difficult for her to get back to producing and songwriting, because when we hear it now, we think of Chandelier.
She also like got canceled a few times
What'd
because
she get
remember how
canceled
she you guys know Maddie Ziegler, the dancer from Dance Moms? She was the one in the Chandelier video, and she was always like in Sia's music videos. And then the song "Elastic Heart" was with Maddie and
Elastic
Shia
Heart
LaBeouf
was a big one
in
too.
the cage. Do you guys remember this?
Yep.
But it was the whole thing that he was like a grown adult and she was like this little girl. People didn't love that.
Oh, they didn't like that.
She also came out with like a movie about like, I don't remember, someone with autism or some kind of disability thing, but she didn't hire actors
I
with
remember
the
that.
disability,
Yep, I
and
remember
that was
that.
like pretty problematic.
Canceled.
Yeah.
Canceled. Double canceled.
Yeah, you got to build all those ramps.
No, it's tough.
You think that was the issue?
I think, the ramps.
Gonna send Vito over there.
Sure. Yeah. We're going to build Beansy a ramp. Yeah. Yeah, but the Elastic Heart song was massive, too.
And Cheap Thrills.
Cheap Thrills?
I love Cheap Thrills.
Yeah,
Sean
remember Cheap
Paul
Thrills?
Or something like that.
Yep.
She's had some.
David Guetta uses her a lot.
Is David Guetta cured racism with his music, right?
I would imagine so. It's quite good.
He did, right? During the pandemic?
Performance.
Yeah,
She-Wolf was a fucking banger.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, didn't he shout out like George Floyd or something like that?
so.
Yeah, that was good of him. Travis, do you have David Guetta curing racism?
Hang on.
I mean, I didn't know that we would get here, but
Don't worry, I always have it ready.
yeah, it's also in my personal bookmarks as well.
So this record is in honor of George Floyd, and I really hope we can see more unity and more peace.
Right.
When already things are so difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait till he
shout out
drops
to
the
his
beat.
family.
Shout out to your family. Shout out to George Floyd's family. This good stuff.
In his defense, he's French. He doesn't know what the hell's going on.
He doesn't?
We face difficulties of today and tomorrow.
I was the pandemic too.
It was a weird time.
It was a weird time.
We were always trying to figure out racism.
I mean, look,
Is
if you're doing ecstasy and
Is that Martin Luther King?
if you're doing ecstasy and rubbing your genitals on someone, that's what you want to think about.
Yeah.
I have a dream.
Oh, nice. Martin Luther King's in there, and then we're dancing on Zoom. It was a weird time.
It was a strange time.
It was weird.
It's fun.
He ended racism.
And that was the end of it.
David had sampled MLK on a house beat dedicated to George Floyd. You can't. This is Mad Libs. You can't.
Like what? When did this pandemic era?
It's like, okay.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Sure. What else were we doing? Here's a party on Zoom. What else are you gonna do?
I mean, the Imagine. I mean, that was just like, what the hell's happening?
All the celebrities singing together.
Singing it.
Yeah, it was great.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
10 movie scripts you didn't know Carrie Fisher worked on. So she's one of these people too that's like, yeah, I'm famous, but I got this whole other lane over here that's keeping me busy.
She's a script doctor. That's what they call them.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I want to be a script doctor. I told the script doctor.
Nope, that's not it.
Is that not it?
Nope.
I thought that was Carrie Fisher's song. She worked on Star Wars?
Worked on Star Wars.
Remember when Blake Lively tried to be a script doctor and Justin Baldini was like, this is going to ruin your life.
I'm taking you to court.
Hey, script doctor, you're fucked.
I mean, it doesn't usually go to plan when you're the one making suggestions and you're not asked.
No, the script doctor.
Jenna Ortega got in a ton of shit from when she did Wednesday.
Yep.
And she was like, actually, guys, I think it should be like this.
And it's like, not like the script doctor, you have to make an appointment with the script doctor.
Yeah.
The script doctor, like if the script
doctor is sought out.
But think about it. If the doctor just came to my house and he was like, physical time, Sam, I'd be like, I don't want it physical. I didn't ask for it. No.
It's my no-no area.
You know what you need to change? Nothing. I'm not asking you.
Yeah, I come to you.
Yeah, I didn't make an appointment. Hook, there you go, script doctor for Hook.
Yeah.
I love Hook.
She wrote on Hook.
She probably wrote that part where they're like, Rufio.
That's actually all she did.
Rufio. Yeah. Sister Act. She saved Sister Act?
Mm-hmm.
Sister Act is great.
She developed the film's characters, ironed out the kinks of the script. She also mediated Goldberg's relationship with Disney Studios chairman Jeff Katzenberg.
Whoa! So she's got to get in there and like actually deal with people. Last Action Hero, one of the greatest written movies of all time.
That's what people say.
People say that whoever is the script doctor behind this deserves far more credit than for playing Princess Leia, whoever it is. The River Wild?
I didn't see this.
You catch that one, G?
I never even heard of that.
No, I don't know anything about The River Wild. The Wedding Singer. I thought Adam Sandler wrote that.
Nope.
Did she write the Billy Idol part?
Yep.
That's cool.
She said she was fond of the dialogue that she wrote for The Wedding Singer.
She liked her.
She was brought in to flesh out Drew Barrymore's character.
That's sick. Now I want to I think I interviewed her once.
Carrie Fisher? You can't interview her now.
I don't know.
She's no longer with us.
Yeah, she's passed on.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Also, it might not have been Carrie Fisher. It might have been Linda Blair, to tell you the truth.
That's so disrespectful.
Well, I'm telling you the honest truth.
No, people would send her scripts all the time. Like
that's sick.
Yeah. Because she just had a knack for...
I can do that.
Yeah. Not rewriting, but just punching it up, fleshing out characters, making things a little better.
Big movies should do this with me.
Why?
I'm pretty good at it, I think. I would be. I haven't done it, but I would be good at it. Because I'll watch a movie and be like, you know what would be better?
No, idiots do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought people like that.
No, just go on the story that you've been taking.
As the credits are rolling, I like to turn to the person next to me and go, it was all right, but you know what would have been better?
No. Yeah.
She wrote Scream 3?
No. She doctored it.
Oh. And then she was like, you know, it'd be better if I was in this son of a bitch.
According to Slash Film, she worked on the script for the movie and even came up with the idea of her cameo.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, Carrie Fisher is one of the few that for most of these movies, if you're like, my idea is that I will be in this, I would think most of these movies would be like, that's actually a fucking fantastic idea, Carrie Fisher. You rule.
Plus, she never had an issue making fun of herself.
She never had an issue making fun of herself, and there's never been a movie where somebody's been unhappy to see her.
It was good, but do we really need Carrie Fisher?
I don't think Princess Leia needed to be in that. Intolerable Cruelty? Okay, if you say so. That's like how Travis treats Troy.
What? No. He tolerates it.
It is, right?
It is. I wonder what you get paid to do that.
Being a script doctor? Doctors make a lot of money.
Like, or just, like, if you do it, you get points on it.
I would assume scale. Sam, that was a funny joke.
No, Danielle gave me pop. That's all I needed.
Troy's not really cool with doctors right now. So
sorry,
I understand
bro.
why he's not laughing at it.
Bro, that's my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I was insensitive.
Try to be sensitive.
That's a my bad. That one is a my bad. Ryan Johnson brought her in. Ryan Johnson writes all kinds of... Didn't he write like... Did Ryan Johnson do Glass Onion?
Mm-hmm.
He writes mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
And he needed a script doctor?
Yeah, for Star Wars.
That's sick.
Yeah, remember when they were like, "Hey, how about we just get like a bunch of people to write these movies, and they'll have no continuity."
No continuity. Continuity is right. Continuity is the way to go.
Script doctor salaries vary greatly depending on experience and scope, but can range from $50,000 to $216,000.
I would do 216.
You would immediately ask for 216.
If it's between 50 and 216, I'd take the 216 for sure.
Paul Thomas Anderson calls you up. He says, "Hey, listen, I almost got this,
but it's kind of
so
shitty.
Close.
Yeah, I go, okay,
but it's kind of shitty.
It's kind of shitty. I go, I can make it way better for 216.
He'd be like, "How'd you get that number?"
I go, it's how much the doctor makes, and I'd have a shirt that said Robert's 216 because everybody would know that that's my salary for script doctoring, and it would say, "I just wrote your ass."
Ew.
No, it's not a literal ass. It's just a play on whipped your ass.
So yeah.
Wow.
Bet you didn't know that.
No, I did not. No. I have profound respect for her. Even more so. I did before. She was always great. Now, I believe we were talking a couple weeks ago, actually, about the movie Heavyweights, which I have now found out we have a couple of even bigger fans of.
Hang on.
This came up again. I think I put Heavyweights back in the zeitgeist.
You think that was you?
I think so. I don't think it would have just come up.
I can't say it wasn't.
Naturally elsewhere. Because when Ben Stiller was out doing press for Severance, he did the Kelsey's Come Home podcast. I think that's what it's called. And he talked to the Kelseys in their home.
New Heights?
No, it was about the same.
No.
He what?
The name of the podcast is New Heights.
Oh, I see. Sometimes they can be simple. So he talked to the Kelseys. The Kelseys all wanted to talk to him. They didn't want to talk about Severance. They didn't want to talk about Reality Bites. What do they want to talk about? Dodgeball? No. Heavyweights. I had so much respect for this. Listen to this.
I'm going to talk about your first bit of cinematic excellence, which maybe it's not, but it's definitely the one that sticks with us the most, and we quote nonstop, which is Heavyweights. First of all, before I said the movie, did you know I was going to say Heavyweights?
I think I saw you had like a Perkins Power shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd heard some, rumblings that you guys were into it, which was pretty cool.
Into it. It was my life. It was. Listen, I was a heavyweight growing up. Jason, he didn't get fat until he went to offensive
We switched places.
We switched places growing up.
First of all, the fact that was a Disney movie.
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That was...
I chuckle at it every time I see Disney across the top.
It's an edgy Disney movie.
It's not Little Mermaid. It's...
How much of that movie of Tony was being scripted, and how much of that is you off the cuff?
Just ripping it.
Yeah. I don't remember. I think we were
like
improvising all the time. I think that little moment where Tony goes and talks to himself when he's weighing the kids.
So we brought this up. It's my favorite scene in the movie.
Yes.
How you doing, little Tony? Bad.
Yeah.
Well, everything's falling down around me. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry, I don't want to do your bit for you, but everything's falling down around me. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not my fault. It's their fault. That's right. It's their fault. It's their fault. You have failed.
Dude, he knows the whole
He's
thing.
such a real one. I don't know about Travis.
But
I don't know for sure. Jason Kelsey, you put him and I in a room. I mean,
Boom goes the dynamite.
boom goes the dynamite is right. That's why that phrase was invented.
How you doing? Bad.
Bad? Why bad? Everything's falling down around me. Whose fault is it? It's not your fault. It's their fault. It is their fault. It is their fault. It's their fault. It's your fault. You have failed. I mean, this Heavyweights movie. And if you're tired of it, you're tired of it. It doesn't bother me. Because every time it comes up in any circumstance.
Who would be tired of Heavyweights?
Assholes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Assholes that I don't want around me.
That's a good point.
It's literally in my top 10, if not top 5 movies of all time, all movies considered. No caveat. I can't. And I've been watching it since I was a kid. And I just appreciate it more as the years go on. You just appreciate it more and more. You realize how funny it actually is. It's amazing. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Danielle, you had never seen the film.
No.
But you love your Disney Channel movie. It's a different era.
Yeah, well, it's not Disney Channel, but...
No, you love your era Disney movies.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I watched it, when was this? February 25th.
Oh, you have the...
I wrote notes. I wrote notes about my thoughts as I was watching.
Now, when you were writing your notes, did you also write one of my pet peeves when a show host asked me to watch a movie and he never asked me about it?
No,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't make the other note.
No, I have a lot of notes that sit there.
Okay.
And I don't mind it.
Okay. So, first of all, where did you? Is it streaming on Disney
On
Plus?
Disney Plus, yeah.
That's sick. That's sick. I got to show it to my kids.
Yeah. No, I loved it.
Do you think it's appropriate for small children?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't see anything that, didn't age well. Like, it was great.
By the way, the success stories of this movie, that top 3 right there, Keenan, one of the all-time prolific SNL cast members, Goldberg, who's not, he's Goldberg in the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, man.
He's not Goldberg here, but I know him as Goldberg. Goldberg went on to be Goldberg in WCW. A lot of people don't know that. It's the same
that where he was?
No, but he had a terrible drug problem. He had
Sean Weiss.
Yeah, he had this terrible problem. I think it was with meth, but he cleaned himself up. It's one of the great.
I think he still has a problem.
No. He cleaned himself up. It's one of the great heroic stories. And Garner Gerald, is the hottest, most muscular dude you ever seen in your life.
Oh my God!
What? You see how hot he is?
I didn't know.
Can I tell you the truth? I've struck up a bit of a relationship with him. I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Romantically?
I wish. No,
Why do you have a relationship?
Because we're social media friends, and I interviewed him on Zoom during the pandemic.
Is he a wrestler?
No, dude. He's in the movie Heavyweights.
He's just your friend.
I hit him up during the pandemic because what else was I going to do?
Yeah.
And said, hey, want to do an interview? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
No, I mean, he's iconic.
And now, yeah. And he's also buddies with Sway's DJ. DB.
DB.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, major success.
Plus Paul Feig.
Paul Feig is in this thing. Judd Apatow's attached to it. The nurse in it went on to be on the Pamela Anderson show VIP. A lot of people talk about that show.
Nobody talks about that show.
Oh, yeah, VIP is a great show.
I always thought she was like the poor man's Alicia Silverstone.
From VIP?
No, not from VIP.
Oh.
From
yeah.
Clueless.
Yeah, she does have that. She has kind of an Alicia Silverstone face, sure.
Tell me that's not
No, I see it.
Her sister.
I see it. I never put the association together because I was like, oh yeah, the actress from the show VIP.
From VIP.
I love that show. They were spies.
I know.
Pamela Anderson was one of the spies. They were
Tom
hot.
McGowan's been in so much.
Yeah, Tom McGowan rules. He's just likable, I mean,
that's right. He was the reporter in the Birdcage.
Yeah, mainly Heavyweights, but also the Birdcage. A couple eps of Frasier in there too. Why not?
This is a big era for children's camp-based entertainment because you also had Camp Nowhere came out a year earlier.
Yeah.
And Salute Your Shorts was running.
The Parent Trap?
Parent Trap is a camp movie for
Salute
sure.
Your Shorts is an all-time.
Salute Your Shorts is, all killer, no filler. Salute Your Shorts rules hard.
Get it right or pay the price.
That's right. And because he said it makes me want to fart. Bobby Budnick.
He was an animal.
Well,
not the appropriate lyrics.
A lot of people think Sam from Different Strokes never did anything after being Sam from Different Strokes. That's not true. He's Bobby Budnick.
Yeah.
Now, and weirdly enough, on Different Strokes, he played a goody two-shoes. Can you believe that?
Also, rest in peace, Ugg.
Rest in peace to Ugg. Passed away of cancer not too long ago. Yeah. And there was, this was a debate that raged on in my adolescence.
Between who?
Heavyweights and Camp Nowhere.
Oh, okay. Just in your head.
No, it was rageful. Maybe in my head. Maybe it was in my head. But now we spread the love of Heavyweights through generations. And our intern Danielle has seen the film. What were your thoughts?
I'm glad I did.
You are glad you did.
Should I read the notes?
Well, if you want, or if they help trigger thoughts, however you want to do it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I loved how it began with the old Disney intro. With
the castle.
It's not a thing anymore. Yeah, it's like the cartoon version.
That was just how they opened movies, by the way, back then.
Yeah, but I know, but it's just, I haven't seen it in a while. And also, the way that the movie set the tone with them throwing the papers in the air on the last day of school, that automatically just
That's your whole shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
that's your...
nostalgia of it all. I'm like,
that happens in every high school.
Yeah, that's what we do. No more teachers, no more books.
Yeah.
Burn the paper.
Not a thing
and
anymore.
the teachers are like, you're going to need this for next year. Fuck.
Destroy $80 textbooks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I loved him saying I'm not going, and then it cuts to him on the plane. I thought that was classic.
Right. This is a fat camp. And Hey Now.
Yeah, what's his name?
Hey Now is his dad.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Jeffrey Tambor is his dad. It's not a fat camp. Yeah, it is. It's a fat camp.
The candy, unloading all their candy, hiding the candy. I was like,
they got
classic.
it
Yes.
stapled up to their bellies. They got the hollowed out bedposts.
Yes. That was amazing.
A little fat British kid.
Oh, yeah.
And you can say that, by the way. Everybody's mad at me about Belgium Kid. You can say that about the Heavyweights kids. It's the whole movie, okay? Why would they be at the camp if not?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then literally every single thing that what's the main dude's name?
Tony Perkis?
Yes. Everything that he did. Like when he says that he's never worked, like this is his first time working with kids.
Yeah, it's actually my first time.
I literally have his convo with little Tony ... Him flipping on the tree branch.
Oh, yeah.
That like killed me. That was really funny.
Just when he starts to really lose it, when they're up, they go for a hike. It's like a 7-mile hike before lunch. And then they go up.
Well,
and
they were misbehaving.
Well, they were. Lunch has been canceled due to lack of hustle.
I think it was a
deal
20-mile
with it.
hike.
Yeah, 20-mile hike.
Yes.
That's right, because and then
they can't do 20 miles.
Tony, they say you can't do a sit-up if you're blindfolded.
No.
What was it like?
There's
Many
so many myths about the abdominal muscles. I'd be happy to put this one to rest.
Oh my god. And also him like sitting up on the windowsill at the end. You know what I mean? Like the part when all the yeah.
But the villain was a bit over the top.
And him knocking himself out with the backflips.
When he smashes the glass on the ground and starts walking on it and goes, "Ah!"
Oh my god. And then of course him being Mr. Perkis, just I wasn't expecting it. It was classic.
Oh, his father?
Yeah.
Yes.
What can Papa do for you? What do you need? What do we need to make this go away? Yeah, especially because Ben Stiller's actual dad and mother are the couple who Tony takes the camp from.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
That's Jerry Stiller and Mira. That's Stiller and Mira.
And Mira.
Helen Mirra. Dame Helen Mirra.
Mirra.
Dame Helen Mirra.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Stiller. That's Stiller and Mirra. Don't ever let anybody write you checks.
Yeah, those are his parents.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jerry Stiller and Ann Mirra are Ben Stiller's actual parents. So I think the thought is that when his dad shows up, you think it's going to be Jerry Stiller in a wig, but instead it's Ben Stiller.
Right.
Call me Papa.
Okay, Papa's got to go.
And yeah, and the end, I have to say I was tearing up, I loved how the relay race and the potato sack. I haven't seen that. Like, I don't think that's
a potato
thing
sack
anymore. No, I've seen it when I was young, but I mean recently I don't think.
Also, every movie in that era ended with some kind of relay race competition.
Yes.
That also, and every single one had athletic events, but there was also an intellectual competition where the jocks would fall behind.
Right.
I mean, and I don't even mean in that era. You had probably a good 20 years where every competitive teen movie had a relay race at the end that included an intellectual portion. Because that's where the nerds.
Right.
I mean, I feel like it happened in Revenge of the Nerds. There was also sexual assault in Revenge of the Nerds, but
we don't talk about that.
No. There was a lot going on. Did you find anything problematic about Heavyweights? Anything that didn't age well?
Like, not really.
Right? It's pretty wholesome.
It was wholesome.
A little edge.
Yes,
but
course.
wholesome. Did you get upset when they pierced the blob?
What blob?
The blob was the big cushion that they jumped on and went into the water.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was a bummer. Yeah, that was a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah. How about when they take over what were your thoughts on Lars?
Name?
Laws.
Oh my god!
I am
See,
Laws.
mind you, this was a month ago.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm with you.
No, he was funny. He had a good character development, right? Like we thought we.
I am
hated
with
him, but-
you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. he was great.
And
good dancer.
Yes, he was. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
good dancer.
Loved the dance scene. Yeah, that was really cute too.
Right.
They all started dancing together. Like,
Kid's got a beret and a Les Mis shirt on.
It was great. Maybe Ted Cruz was somewhere in there.
That's true. He's probably like, I love this movie.
This is a great movie.
It's at least a great scene. And by the way, I went to a camp just like this when I was growing up. Yeah. I love the scene when Goldberg looks at Lars and he goes, what if we already know each Asas names? Yeah. Did you like that the counselor got the chick at the end?
Yeah.
That was nice,
Everyone
right?
got their happy ending.
Yeah. Lars was trying to scam her. Lars was trying to go for it.
Yeah.
She saw right through him, didn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she did.
She wasn't interested.
She was not interested in Lars. Body! She wasn't feeling him at all.
Body!
It's the body system. Now, do you watch this movie and go, oh, I could see why this would be in Sam's top 10, if not top 5 AFI films ever made?
Like, yeah.
You really?
Yeah.
You look at this, go, yeah, this is deserving of that honor.
Like, this genre
Mhm.
and wholesomeness and whatever, like, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
And it gives me more respect to you.
That's very nice. I'm glad that you came out with that because I think it should, honestly. I think that that's right. And I think that a lot of times these movies like this get poo-pooed.
Yeah.
Like you don't even watch it. You don't even give it a chance. But I mean, it's literally, yeah, it's a perfect movie, Heavyweights.
Yeah, I was going to say, it hits every...
It's literally perfect.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, Travis? It's,
I don't know how to call it.
It's literally perfect.
It's
Not
perfect
like,
for what it is.
No. Without qualification, it is literally a perfect film, 10 out of 10, no notes.
Like, on paper, yes.
What's better than it?
Yeah, what's a better movie, Travis?
All right, at the moment, I can't think of anything.
That's right. There's a handful of 10 out of 10 movies.
I was going to say Pulp Fiction, but no.
Pulp Fiction's not better than Heavyweight. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
There's not
character
one scene.
development.
There's not one scene in Pulp Fiction you could do without. You better say the Tarantino one, otherwise you're getting canceled
Tarantino
today.
one's great.
Oh,
That's my favorite word.
Oh, that's bad. That was public.
Is this is in your letterbox top 4?
Easily. It's literally, I am starting a letterbox list of perfect 10 out of 10 movies that are actually perfect.
You'll probably be the first one on that app to do that.
I don't think it's ever been done before. I'm really kind of utilizing all aspects of the app.
It's this?
Really stretching it. Okay, so here are the perfect movies.
Go ahead.
These are 10 out of 10. There are no flaws to be pointed out whatsoever. Heavyweights.
Okay.
In no particular order.
Mhm.
The first Scream.
Okay.
Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
Okay.
Mm.
Wow.
Off the top of my head, I don't know the other 10 out of 10 movies.
That Thing You Do?
It might be a 9.8, obviously.
Catch Me If You Can?
Probably about a 9.5.
Billy Madison?
9.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future is
Back to the Future is a 10.
Back to the Future has been negatively affected because there are a lot of people
Michael J. Fox's Condition?
because of Michael, because it's like, just
horrible.
tell me what's going on. Back to the Future has been negatively affected through no fault of its own.
Uh-huh.
Because I find that losers that don't watch movies love Back to the Future as a way to like fit into a movie conversation.
Yep, I'll agree with that.
Like I can't. You know what's the best movie ever? Back to the Future. Okay, that's when I start walking into the bush like Homer. You know what I mean? Like I go, this is not.
That's
like,
fair, but
right.
it is a perfect movie.
It's great. It's great, and I could, but like,
But a little overrated.
No, it's not overrated.
It's not that it's overrated. It's that the people who have no business discussing film.
It's taken on a life of its own.
And I don't like it.
Right.
Casino?
Ooh, 10 out of 10.
Goodfellas?
Yes. Goodfellas, 9.6.
Okay, you're like Portnoy with your reviews.
Right. Goodfellas, yeah. Casino's 10 out of 10.
Casino's 10 out of 10.
Casino's 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yes, Casino's 10. And because a 10 out of 10 movie, literally I could watch at any moment. Like, it's not just the story's perfect. It's not just it's perfectly made. It's not just the characters are perfect. It's also got the rewatchability has to be off the chart. All things combined have to be there. And there can't be one scene where you're like, I could do without this scene.
Fargo?
It could be 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It could be. Might be 9.9. Could be 10 out of 10. Could be. It's so good. And it gets better every time you watch it.
Yeah.
It's just so many bad decisions. And none of it had to happen. Plus, now I know what happened with the money that he buried.
Yeah, you do.
Because I watched the show.
Halloween?
Which one?
First one.
No, it's not a 10 out of 10. It's
close.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's probably right around it, hovering around a 9. Maybe like an 8.9, like right around a 9.
Would you want to watch it at any point of the year, though?
Halloween? Yeah. Well, I watch horror movies all the time.
Okay.
So, But I can't tell you that I would always want to watch Halloween.
Right.
Like Scream, I'll watch
Mm-hmm.
3 times a day if you want. Whatever you want me to do. Whatever you want me to do. Okay, I found my 10 out of 10 list.
Okay.
There were a couple I forgot.
Okay.
And this, are we in a place of honesty?
Yeah, of course. Yes, absolutely.
You know, it's a 10 out of 10 movie.
For you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Hugh Grant film about a boy.
Okay, that's fine.
It's unreal. This
Okay.
movie's so good. Toni Collette, Hugh Grant, that little kid that ended up being a great actor.
About a Boy the book is written by the same guy who wrote High Fidelity, which is personally one of my
I get it.
top movies.
It's not on my list, but I get where somebody would put that on their list.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember correctly. Scream is on this list. Casino is absolutely on this list.
Yeah, it should be.
Heavyweights is on this list. The Shining's on this list. About a Boy's on this list.
Mm-hmm.
There's one Paul Thomas Anderson movie on this list. One. And I don't think anybody will.
Well, I'm going to say it's not Boogie Nights.
It's not. Boogie Nights is very, very high up. You might know from knowing me.
Vanilla Sky.
Nope.
No.
No, but but you know it.
Yes. Fuck.
It's that era Tom
Yes.
Cruise, yeah.
Oh.
You want me to tell you get credit?
Yes.
Magnolia.
That's it.
Magnolia, 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Okay.
I know you love Vanilla Sky.
Magnolia is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Jesus,
Magnolia.
Why did I say that again?
Okay, now there's 2 more 10 out of 10 films.
White Men Can't Jump?
Very, very good movie. Not 10 out of 10.
That's on my list.
I could see it.
Quiz Show? It's on my list.
Quiz Show might get added. Quiz Show is great.
Yeah. The Prestige?
Prestige is extremely good, too.
Shawshank?
Not 10 out of 10 for me. In the 9s. Right around 9.
Super Mario Brothers.
With Bob Hoskins. This one is specific for me.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be anyone else's 10 out of 10 list.
The Wrestler?
No. This
Wrestling with Shadows?
Wrestling with Shadows. No. I've mentioned it before, I think. Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah, you love that fucking movie.
10 out of 10. It's unbelievable. The story's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
But can that really be
Yep.
a 10 out of 10? And I'm going to put Les Mis in this same situation because it wasn't a movie.
It's a movie. I seen it.
No. But I mean, like the story and everything like that. That was a Broadway play. And wasn't the Count of Monte Cristo?
Cristo. No, the Count of Monte Cristo is like a classic.
It's an old movie. Right?
It's an old book. I mean, like old
Oh,
book.
right. You were like looking for the book.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Okay. But is Les Mis your other 10 out of 10?
No.
Okay.
No. Oh, actually, there's 2 more 10 out of 10s. Okay. One's Midsummer.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I mean,
that.
it's a great movie.
And the other one, you'll kick yourself for not knowing because I've said, like, literally, this is the movie that whenever I say a movie's average, I go, yeah, this movie's fine, but you could just watch
the Queen movie.
That's Troy's 10 out of 10. Barbarian.
Oh, Barbarian's a
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It's literally downloaded. 10 out of 10.
That throws your entire list into question.
Yeah, this is the list. Count of Monte Cristo, Scream, Casino, Heavyweights, Magnolia, About a Boy, Barbarian, Midsummer, and The Shining. And what's great about my 10 out of 10 list is there are 9 movies on it.
I don't know if Barbarian's a 10 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10.
All right.
Anytime this movie's on, to the point where I will turn off a movie and just think to myself, I could be watching Barbarian.
I could be watching Barbarian.
I mean, bro, when that twist comes and they flip over to the Justin Long scene and he's driving down the road and you're in a totally different movie. Oh.
It's fantastic.
Unbelievable. 10 out of 10.
I'll tell you what is a very recent movie, and you're probably going to agree with me, that is quickly climbing up my list of just all-time favorites.
10 out of 10s?
The Substance.
The Substance is very good. I could see it getting there. I would need to spend a little bit more time with it.
Yes. In that world.
It's really great.
Absolutely love that movie.
And there are, to your point, there are so many times now where I find myself day to day just like thinking about it, or like something happens where I go, that's just like The Substance. That's just like The Substance.
So good.
Yeah, I mean, Midsummer is on this list because, I mean, I went full Danielle on that one. I don't know how many times I saw it in theaters. I saw it in theaters multiple times. I saw the unrated in theaters. I was trying to find people to go with me to see this movie, Midsummer. That changed my life. I love that Midsummer movie.
Troy, your 10 out of 10 is Airplane,
Airplane,
Space Camp,
Back to the Future.
By the way, Troy's 10 out of 10 is every movie he's ever seen. I haven't seen that many movies.
Movies are great.
Yeah, I'm not a big movie guy.
No.
The space movie.
Space Camp, yeah.
Space Camp.
Space Camp, 10 out of 10?
Short Circuit.
I love Short Circuit.
It's 10 out of 10?
I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah.
No reason it wouldn't be.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
I feel like I'm extremely discerning with my list to my own taste. I understand.
Yeah.
But extremely discerning with my list. I don't know if Troy is as discerning. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, 10 out of 10. I would say flawless.
Mike, I would assume, is South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut.
Team America World Police.
Team America World
That's a puppet movie.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot there were curse words in it.
Well, they go after both sides. I like that too.
Basketball.
Do you have any 10 out of 10 movies? Basketball's great.
It's great. I love it. I'm not shitting on any of those movies.
Remember we started drinking the lard out of the bag?
It's a hilarious movie.
I would say all of the American Pies are flawless.
Oh, that's right.
When you say all, do you mean strictly the theatrical releases?
No, all of them.
Straight to DVD as well.
All the way through Girls Rule.
Mike turns off Girls Rule and he goes, I don't know how they did it again.
And of course, The Program.
The Program's a great movie.
The Program.
The greatest football movie ever made.
Yeah.
That's your favorite?
Football movie?
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely. I used to watch that before games in elementary school.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
First of all, I love the idea that he's like, before my football games in elementary
school, we would watch The Program.
And then I also love that, in my mind, it's not only like, how do they do it again? But he watches the American Pie movies and he's like, I want to see how this journey continues.
Yeah, I could use more.
We learned so much about the Stifler family.
That's right.
Mike loves when a new Stifler is introduced.
A Stifler does not fake sick to pound dick.
Is that true?
They skip class to get ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you learn that? Do you remember which one?
That might have been Naked Mile, I think. Because that was Shooter McGavin plays one of the Stifler uncles.
I didn't know Shooter was in this.
That's good casting.
Perfect casting.
That's very good casting.
And one of the Stifler sons fakes sick to stay home. And the family leaves, and he's masturbating, but he has headphones on because someone outside is using like a tree trimmer or something like that to taking away from the experience.
Sure.
But his family forgot something, and they walk in the house, and Grandma walks in first, and
oh boy, I can't imagine.
Imagine where it goes from there.
I don't even want to know.
You'll have to watch to find out.
866-969-1969. 10 out of 10 movies. Danielle, I'm assuming anything with Lindsay Lohan.
Of course.
Is it 10 out of 10? Perfect.
Well, Freaky Friday, yeah. Big Fat Liar, you know.
Big Fat Liar's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, it's in the trailer.
And the Even Stevens movie.
The Even Stevens movie is 10 out of 10 perfect?
Yes.
Wow.
Have you know about Even Stevens, though?
I know about Even Stevens. Shia LaBeouf's breakout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie is so good. I'm not going to spoil it because you guys should really watch it, but they go on a family vacation.
The Even Stevens movie. Is it the best Shia LaBeouf movie?
For sure.
Did he watch it when he was in that movie theater?
Oh, probably.
Do you remember when he did that? He did a marathon, like when he was in his performance art era.
Oh.
He put a camera on himself and went into a movie theater and had them play every Shia LaBeouf movie. And he was in there for like 3 days.
Well, it better be included.
It must have been, right?
Like, I feel like you would love it. I don't know. Just
really?
given how much you love heavyweights. Yeah.
I love heavyweights.
It's again, something that you can, wow.
You never seen this?
No.
It's 10 hours of him watching his own movies.
Shia's a complicated cat.
Yeah.
And there's other people in the theater?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he told everybody this is what I'm doing.
Is this like free?
Yeah, this is like 2014, I think.
Yeah, it was performance art.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to watch some movies. He did it for 72 hours.
Yeah. Remember when Shia LaBeouf was like, just do it? Yeah. Let's go to Clint in Alabama. Clint, what's up?
Hi, Sammy Brand Muffins. Tombstone. Maybe a 10 out of 10 of all time.
Ooh, Tombstone is amazing. Tombstone is absolutely amazing.
No matter what time of day, you just got to watch it. So.
Yeah. No, that is one of those things. And yeah, thank you, Clint. And that is, I feel like, one of those movies where you would sit around and like your wife would walk in going, "Are you?" And I'm like, "Watching Tombstone again?" Yeah.
That's how I am with Back to the Future. Lisa will walk in, she'll be like, seriously?
And you're like,
I mean, it's on. What do you want me to do?
The Libyans.
Yeah. I have to watch it.
Now listen, I haven't decided yet whether this is going to be my 10th 10 out of 10 movie because it's weighted heavy for rewatchability.
Okay.
There is one movie that I've seen, I mean, it might be 100 times.
Did I bring it up yet?
Nope.
Ghostbusters?
No.
Masters of the Universe?
I can tell you for a fact. Number one, I watched it only as an adult.
Okay.
And number two, mine, I say with confidence, would be the only 10 out of 10 list it would ever appear on.
Okay. Can you give me a genre?
No.
Ooh.
Meaning, not
Because
that I
I'll
don't
get it?
No. Meaning, I don't know what genre it
Oh,
is.
interesting. Okay.
I think it intended to be one thing and then advertised itself as another.
The Room?
No, that's a good one, though. That's a little on the nose. I think people would put that on their list because they want to be like, you know, the Room's major flaw is, again, the audience that want to be interesting.
Yes, absolutely.
I appreciate it for other reasons.
It was intended to be something.
I believe it was intended to be. I believe it was intended to be a drama, and then it was advertised as a comedy.
I don't know. Perfect 10 out of 10.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
The Mark Wahlberg vehicle, Rockstar.
I completely forgot.
It's so fucking good, right?
Love it.
I totally forgot.
I love that movie, Rockstar. I love Rockstar. When VH1 was playing it nonstop, I watched it nonstop.
You got a weird list.
I might put it on my 10 out of 10. I just don't know.
Not a 10 out of 10.
I mean, it's perfect.
You just really like
It's a musical comedy? That's what it says.
No, it's a drama. They intended for it to be a drama. They bullshit.
But like, are there songs? Like,
because he's in a band called, he's in a cover band, a tribute band. He hates it. By the way, I think the lead singer of Third Eye Blind, we really do have to get him in. I think he's the one who replaces Mark Wahlberg in his Steel Dragon tribute band before Steel Dragon calls him. But he's in this amazing Steel Dragon tribute band.
I think that's what Corinne talked to him about instead of mayoral stuff.
I would have. And then Steel Dragon gets the tape and calls him when they're replacing their lead singer. It's loosely based on the story of Judas Priest, but far more interesting.
Would you put Airheads on your 10 out of 10?
I might. Airheads is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. All right, now we're back.
Pips the Quiet Cool.
Move over there. Please.
Thank you. Connie in Texas.
Hey. Good
Hey,
morning.
hey,
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I cannot believe you have not brought up Jaws.
Jaws is extremely good, extremely rewatchable.
Very.
Yeah.
I watch it probably 100 times every summer.
Every summer you watch Jaws 100
And I have it recorded. Yes, and I've been at the beach and watched it.
It's great. I remember probably the weirdest place I ever watched Jaws was when my wife and I were going to Hawaii on our honeymoon. We watched Jaws on the plane.
What?
And I was like, this is a weird time to be watching this movie, but it's a great movie. I'll take it. Thank you, Connie.
Did you finish it while you were waiting for your checked bags?
We didn't have to wait for those.
Really?
We did full carry-on. We were there for 10 days. Corey in Rockland. What's up, Corey?
Hey, guys. I think a perfect 10 out of 10 movie is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Every scene means something or it's funny. It's
great.
It's a great movie. I watch it every time.
Thank you,
I call
Corey.
it the greatest Thanksgiving movie ever made.
It is. Every holiday I'll put it back on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a Thanksgiving movie.
The only flaw is I wish it was slightly longer.
You don't get enough.
I don't get enough. Which I don't know if that's really a flaw or it goes to its credit.
That's definitely the best Thanksgiving movie. And you are not allowed to put any shitty B-movie horror thing about Thanksgiving. I know there's a Thanksgiving horror movie that you're about to say.
Well, isn't it literally called Thanksgiving?
Well, apparently, yeah, but the movie, apparently the movie Blood Rage.
No, you're not. No.
Danielle, could you look up Blood Rage for me? Apparently that's not allowed.
No, we're not talking about Chopping Mall or...
Chopping Mall is not a Thanksgiving movie. It's a shopping movie. It's a mall movie.
1987.
It's really good.
No.
Blood Rage. It's gone through... You know it's a good movie? There are different versions of it with different titles.
See, these are the reasons why your entire list is thrown into question.
Well, I mean, I really like it.
But heavyweights like bumps it back up.
Right.
For me.
That's the problem. I think that there's enough on that list that I should be discredited, but then there's enough on the list that it's like, oh, we should probably take this into account. So it gets everybody very confused. But I like what I like.
Blood Rage.
And I was going to say Blood Rage is my favorite Thanksgiving movie, and then you stopped me and said I could not say that.
No.
What about Eli Roth's Thanksgiving?
I know what you're trying to do.
Patrick Dempsey.
You like a lot of shitty movies. On purpose.
Nope.
It's your thing.
It is his thing. Right?
I don't find them to be shitty. I appreciate them on different levels.
No, you enjoy how bad they are.
No.
You love watching and listening intentionally to bad things because it brings you pleasure.
Okay, well, I feel like you're equating multiple things and attributing them to other sources, okay? And if I continue this argument, I don't think it's winnable based on evidence that you may put forth. So I'm going to move on to Jason in New York. What's up, Jason?
Hey, buddies. I don't know if anybody else had this experience when they were a kid, but we had DirecTV, and it seemed like they played the same movies over and over. And one movie, you could watch it at any point in the movie and finish it, and it'll be like a complete movie. The Fifth Element. It's amazing. It's great.
Wow. I mean, look, Jason,
That's one of my
thank
wife's
you.
favorite movies.
The Fifth Element?
Oh, yeah.
I've never considered it even remotely a perfect movie.
No, I don't think about it one way or the other.
Right. But I do know that there are people that love it.
Love it.
That's interesting. Danny in Texas. What's up, Danny?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, man.
So, no one's mentioned the sci-fi, so I'm going to throw in RoboCop. It's got, Sam, your old
My old professor.
teacher.
Yeah, my old professor,
Peter
Dr.
Weller.
Peter Weller. Look, RoboCop, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's right.
RoboCop is a classic. I think I'm just too close.
I was going to say you're disqualified from even talking about this movie because of your personal relationship with RoboCop.
I'm too close. By the way, I follow him on Instagram. You follow me back. I'm going to try to work something out there.
Was that recent?
Yeah.
He followed you back?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But he might have just followed me back because I'm verified. You know what I mean? He's like,
Well,
I don't know if he knows for
You
sure.
can pay for verification on Instagram. That's not special anymore.
Shit.
Like, that's not a reason for him to follow you back. He probably followed you back because whoever runs his account is like, oh, that's Sam Roberts.
It's either because he knows me from Syracuse or because I'm lit. Either way.
He's like 80. He's not running his own account.
He's running his own account. He's really with it. I remember from Syracuse.
That was 20 years ago.
He's still talking about the same shit on his Instagram.
Is he really?
I mean, he's talking about like this Italian art, and I'm like, I know, I remember.
He's 77.
And he's still with it. Stop in the name of the law. Christian in Oregon. What's up, Christian?
Dr. Peter Weller.
See?
Hey guys, I can't believe you brought up Lindsay Lohan and didn't say Mean Girls, which I would argue is a near perfect movie.
Yes.
I would say Mean Girls, thank you, is definitely acceptable on a 10 out of 10 list, and Lindsay Lohan's finest work.
It's very rewatchable.
Very rewatchable.
And they do play it on TV all the time.
And like there are so many times I'm not like most moms. I'm a cool mom. This is the only thing that fits right now. You can't sit with us. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Like many
Very
different.
cool.
Everything.
Almost as mad as I am at naming her son Anferny.
There's a whole day.
Mean Girls Day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
October 3rd.
Yeah, October 3rd.
Plus,
because she asks him what day it is.
That's right. Plus, when they remade it into a musical and faked that it was not a musical, but it was a musical, they made it even better.
I wonder if Tina Fey's upset that she doesn't get the credit that she deserves.
I hope she gets Lauren's job.
I just mean, like, everybody loves Mean Girls, and, like...
And 30 Rock, they love, too.
Yeah, but, like, she doesn't get the shine that she deserves.
She's goated.
And,
the
Tim Meadows.
principal's name is Mr. Duval.
Tim Meadows deserves more love.
He does deserve more love.
Wait, is that the principal?
Yeah.
He's in the Even Stevens movie.
We love Tim Meadows here.
Oh.
And he's the ladies' man.
That's great.
He doesn't know what to do when you're about to take a picture at a wedding, though.
No. He throws up with a feather. Vanessa in Westchester.
It's not fair.
I feel like mine's like dark, but Sleepers.
Sleepers. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
10
I know.
It is a little dark. Thank
But-
you. I like it. I don't know if I could put Sleepers as a 10 out of 10, but
No,
maybe
never.
I might need a rewatch. What do you mean never?
But it's not a 10 out of 10.
Look at Robert De Niro's looking at him like, you talking to me?
Yeah.
You want to meet the parents? You talking to me?
That's not what he says.
I think that's a line from Sleepers. Carlo in Austin. What's up, Carlo?
Dodgeball, 10 out of 10.
Dodgeball is pretty fucking great. Dodgeball.
Every scene, fun.
Yeah, you're right, Carlo. And Dodgeball kind of sneaks up on you. It was one of those where it's like you weren't expecting 10 out of 10 comedies anymore. And Dodgeball just shows up.
Anymore? Really? Hang on. I got to check when Dodgeball came out.
2004.
I feel like that was the tail end, but I could be wrong. Dodgeball's great.
Step Brothers was 2008.
Step Brothers was the end. Okay, so you still have 4
Sex
years.
Drive didn't come out till 08 either.
Okay, with Sex Drive.
Well, everyone enjoyed it.
Step Brothers was on the other. That's a movie, by the way. It might not be a 10 out of 10.
It might be.
But if it is on TV, I'm clicking on it.
It might be a 10 out of 10.
It might be. Because it is so goddamn good.
Plus, it gave us boats and hoes. My stepdad's boat. Kevin in Atlanta.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
Hey, yeah, so Shawshank, 10 out of 10. I don't care if Andy's just going in or Red's coming out.
I agree with that. That's one of my favorites.
Shawshank's amazing, and I will rewatch Shawshank or pick it up from wherever it's on. Like,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, Shawshank is unbelievable.
And then greatest Thanksgiving movie, you guys missed it. It's Son of a Woman.
Have you seen Blood Rage?
No, but it's on my list.
Great. It's great. Thank you, Kevin. The home video release is a little tricky to find. I got to be 100% honest, but it's a really fabulous film. He's got a twin that's in the mental institution. Okay.
I don't care.
All right. Matt in New Jersey, 10 out of 10 films. Blood Rage might be on the list.
Weird Science, baby.
Weird Science is really a phenomenal movie.
10 out of 10, though?
Thank
Get
you,
into
buddy.
the locker, Dino.
I'll say I think it's the most underrated of that era's teen comedies by a mile.
I would have to think about it, but that's not a bad.
And it gave us a whole. They gave us a whole spin-off series. The USA Network had a whole series based on.
Oh, I know.
Weird Science, and the series was great too.
Throwing that word around.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love greatness. I respect greatness, and I will acknowledge greatness when I see it, whether it's in my tribal chief or whether it's in the film Weird Science.
Now I'm talking about the TV show.
TV shows. Okay, very good. I'll say very good then. Okay, we'll say very good.
To say the USA Network Weird Science TV show is great.
Well, it was an original. It was a USA Network original.
Yeah, it's no La Femme Nikita.
La Femme Nikita's strongest quality was its time slot.
Made me a man.
Me too.
That and Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah, between Sonny, La Femme Nikita, and Gavin performing at spring break, I entered into this fluid world of gender, all with all my bases covered.
I get it.
I know you do. You watched Eric Nies on The Grind.
I also recognize that Gavin Rossdale moment as a moment.
Right? Yeah, you did. How did you feel? Was it funny?
It made me feel weird, funny, in a good way.
Conflicted.
Yeah.
Just like, maybe I don't know it all.
I like chicks.
Right. Maybe I'm still getting to know myself. I get it. You ever seen Gavin Rossdale play Glycerine in the Rain at spring break?
No.
It'll change you.
Change all
for
of
another
us.
day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
not for today. Not for today.
No,
Not for today. That's when it's 10 out of 10 coming of age moments for young boys. Key Bump in Alabama. What's up, Key Bump?
What's up, gentlemen? I was going to add Heat.
Heat is amazing.
Incredible.
There's multiple stories going on. Obviously, fantastic cinema. You got De Niro and Pacino, Val Kilmer all killing it. And then I was going to add, it may not be for you. What about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I mean, I love Fear and Loathing.
That might be in my top 10.
Yeah,
Really?
Fear and Loathing is for me. Really?
That is an absolute gem of a film. If you've never looked down and seen a little dried semen on your britches and related to that movie, who the hell are you in this world?
No, that's 100%, and that's one of those. Thank you, Key Bump. That's one of those that. That's one of those that stays with you.
It's a movie that really lets you know what it is the second it starts.
Immediately.
You know, like you're right in it.
And you're either in or out.
Yep.
Darren in Pennsylvania. What's up, Darren?
10 out of 10 film, The Usual Suspects.
Great movie.
Usual Suspects is really good, and it's one of those rare films that even after you know the twist, you can still watch it.
Yeah, I don't think I would give it a 10 out of 10, but ending,
10 out of 10 ending easily.
10 out of 10 ending easily. It's
Easily.
one of the greatest endings ever.
Well, yeah, I think it's because once you know the ending, it affects the film, so it's no longer